Hello people and welcome to the Go4GW2 Cup. It is number 36 as you can see right up here. Oh damn, wrong side. Right up. No, that doesn't work. Oh, pointing to stuff. It's so difficult. Why do I try? My name is Chronic and with me as always, now again, the Jebro. Hi.
Because as always, not as always, sometimes. Normally.
As most of the time.
Yeah, true.
More than 50% of the time.
How are you? You alright?
It's a bit too hot.
Yes, this is very warm.
It is ridiculously hot in Germany. Currently 31 degrees Celsius in my apartment, which is why I am not. I just can't be asked to turn on the lights because those things emit heat, and I want to get rid of everything that has anything to do with heat. In theory, I would turn off my PC, but that might be a bit problematic.
It would be, especially as you're actually producing today, so it would be an issue.
Kind of. One thing with that, please let me know if the sound levels are kind of screwed up for some reason. I did a couple of tests beforehand, but you never know. Sometimes it's a bit weird. So if any one of us is louder, let us know in chat and I will try to adjust. But other than that, let's get down to business. Jebro, what's going to be our first match today?
We are going with TCG versus Dustloop Tactics, which has got some
DLT.
Some interesting names. DLT, yeah. We got Sensitix is back. So if you don't remember who Sensitix is, he was in a team called Boone. People like Fake as well and Ventari and whatnot who were in that team saying that they might be coming back, and he's subbing today as one of their main members. So just gave me a little bit of info that they might be coming back, and he's saying he's a bit rusty as well, but I'm sure, you know.
Yeah, having Boone back, that would be a blast from the past.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. Yeah. Well, we got Maiden Meta as well today as they're playing, so we got some old school guys returning. You know, we've got Can Scout in this game today as well for Dustloop. So there's some pretty cool guys and Snowball as well. So we've got some actual old school players back in sPVP scene. And even on a Sunday when it's like you say 31 degrees in Germany, and I don't know how many degrees it is in the UK, we have 8 teams. So we've got a full cup. Which is pretty sweet.
It kind of seems like everyone in Great Britain is really confused that it's not raining and the sun is shining. You guys don't really know what the sun is normally, right?
Yeah, well, when we looked outside and we saw blue sky and sun, we thought it was Judgment Day, actually. So, you know.
That blue stuff and that shiny point, you think it hurts my eyes if I look at it?
You've seen that Vine as well, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Everyone has. But shall we get down to business and have a look at these builds? I'm just going to go ahead and start off with DLT, starting with Can goes Ellie. He doesn't want to play his ranger there. He's playing a Dagger, Celestial Elementalist, of course. And yeah, no one really wants to. Oh wait, we have
good Stoneheart.
I just wanted to say no one really wants to bother with Earth. But there it is. Can Scout is on Earth. He's going for Stoneheart. Of course, Diamond Skin not really that popular anymore. What we normally now see is, or at least what we have seen, like in the Weekly Cup, for example, everyone just going with Fire. Going for those blinds. Like Earth doesn't seem to be the thing anymore.
I think, you know, there's that, you know, like the Earth is obviously the defensive, like you said, with the Stoneheart. But I think you could probably see, I mean, 2 Ellies like we've got in this team, but they're actually both playing. I'll let you go through that one in a minute. But, you know, you could have the offensive, like the Fire, so he could be the 1v1 on Fire, and then you could have the other Ellie being the Stoneheart Ellie, and him being on the close point. So you could, I reckon in future, you might even see 2 Ellies again, as we used to.
Yeah, I mean, we are right now.
On this team, right, yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm supposed to turn up my mic even more. I will try and do that real quick.
Okay.
We just want to continue with the builds. I mean, we don't need to stick to the teams. We can kind of go ahead and talk a bit.
Yeah, sure. We've got the Bunker Guardian coming up next, so we've been seeing this come back in. He's playing Mace Shield, so we've seen Shield played a lot more recently, which is pretty nice. Always like the Shield, just for that protection on the 4th skill, as well as also, you know, you got the Dome, so you've got the knockback on the res, which you should have traded over in one of those lines as well, and then you've got the little bit of healing which comes off that. So not going for the block, because you've got a ton of stability coming out, because you've got things like Stand Your Ground and you've got Virtue of Courage, so you've got loads of stab. So the shield knockback is actually quite good, depending on which map you're on, of course. So, you know, Bunker Guardian is probably making a bit of a comeback at the moment.
Yeah, the Bunker Guardian, I mean, especially, Feel My Wrath is just ridiculous.
Oh,
that cooldown, 24 seconds. 24 seconds basically means you're always going to have a quickness res. Always.
Yeah, quickness res down, so you don't always need to use your stability. Also, you know, just coordinating. You know, it's not about sustaining the fight longer. Well, it is obviously to a degree, but it's about now this build is full support. You know, you can support your team in, okay, might stacking from your staff, for example, and then, you know, fury and quickness with the elite trait, which elite skill. So, you know, you can full support in offense and defense. It's probably a bit more true.
With these new builds, we kind of tend to get lost in them a bit more than usual. But we've got all 5 stairs on both sides now, so I think we might want to do it a bit quicker. We see, is it the power block build? It is power block indeed on Sensitix, so going with that standard Mesmer spec right now. Chosen Trickery. He's, oh wait, we can have a quick look at the weapon set. That might be interesting. Yeah, he's going for Staff Greatsword. Okay, so not going for the very offensive in-your-face Blood Frenzy kind of deal there. Chosen Sin playing Dagger Pistol. Really haven't seen anything but Dagger Pistol right now. Shadow Arts, Trickery, Deadly Arts. So yeah, that's kind of standard. So that is as much as you can get into the old meta build. The build that it was before. I mean, you have the same trait lines here, except for the fact that Deadly Arts is now kind of taking the job over from what used to be Critical Strikes. And then last but not least, we have Snowball, and he's going with the same build as we see on CanScout. Earth, Water, Arcane, also for that Stoneheart. And he's playing a Dagger Celestial, of course. So, other side.
Okay. Big Zen, wondering if he's playing Soldiers again. He is... NG is having problems at the moment, in my opinion, as well. I mean, you've still got the lockdown and the CC that comes out from this build, but it's still, you know... It's pretty tough for NGs at the moment with the amount of conditions that are coming out, but still, it's not too bad. We've got things. He's actually gone Inventions, Explosives, and Alchemy here. So he's gone for the Throw Stimulant on heal. He's gone for the Bunker Down, so the crit to give you the med packs as well. And he's gone for Siege rounds, Mortar rounds. He's not sure if he's going to run that because he's got Elixir X at the moment, so he's probably waiting so he can actually switch that out. But if he doesn't, then that's going to be a waste of trait. But I'm sure he's going to switch out Intelligence to get some more crit, of course, as well. So he's going to be able to get more med packs and a little bit of extra damage. Red Levin probably going to be playing Dagger Pistol. He is. I don't think there's anything massively different here. He's going for Improvisation with Panic Strike and then Sleight of Hand. Has he gone for... Yeah, Shadow's Embrace as well. Obviously, I don't think you go for anything else. Lipion, he's going to be playing probably Hammer Greatswords.
Well,
yes, he is.
Just very quickly for 11, we've seen, was it Red 11 who tried that? Some thief tried to go not for Threat of Crime and Bountiful Theft, but rather the Haste and Trickster combination, which seemed to work in terms of the cooldown on the Haste proc of flanking strikes.
I don't think he's not trying that now, is he?
No, he's not. But that was kind of something that happened once.
Yeah, I think it was Red 11. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh. Maybe it doesn't work after all.
Good to try though. I think there's tons of good stuff that could come out. There might be some improvements. So Hammer Greatsword on Lipion. He's going to be playing with Marauder, with Pack, of course. So he's going for damage, but he's going for strength, defense, and discipline. So he's going to be maintaining his sustainability through his traits, of course. Get some more damage off the Greatsword, of course, as well in there. He's got the Defy Pain, Brawler's Recovery, things like Merciless Hammer as well to make sure he's going to get some more stun. But yeah, it's, you know, pretty mobile build as well. And, you know, if he can get into Rampage, he can cause all sorts of pain, especially if he's got a ton of mice stacks. TCG Texby is going to be playing the, like you said earlier, the Dagger Elementalist, but going into fire instead of earth. So he's picking up the Blinding Ashes. So blinds and burning blinds is what people keep saying to me. Very, very powerful at the moment in this build. So this is the more offensive elementalists. As you know, on the other side we've both got earth traits on those guys, and then finally we've got Misha the monk. So no Helseth today, so he's obviously taking the place of the Mesmer. And someone said on the other side, you know, we've got three old members of 55 HP monks in here at the moment. Oh. So you know, okay, that's
Misha's
kind of interesting.
also going for mental anguish instead of power block.
Yeah, and he's going for
and actually not going for the mantra at all. Got decoy.
Nope. Oh. No, not at all. It'd be interesting to see Misha play. We haven't seen Misha play for a while in this tournaments, so it's nice to see. Yeah, Mirror of Anguish there as well, which is a very nice trait over in the Chaos line. You know, this is all about the shatters. This is probably going more into the old school shatter build than anything else. Deceptive evasion. Yeah, no. So this is without mantras completely. See how well it works for him. And if Sensitix is going to pull out his mantra, of course, to actually interrupt him on different occasions, which could cause him a lot of pain. But yeah, I think we're good.
I was just checking up on the Grenadier trait. So that has kind of been fixed or overfixed, one might say. It doesn't do anything anymore?
It was said that you couldn't use it anymore. It was on the forums, they announced that, you know, they've disabled it. But I haven't checked recently to see if that's actually been changed. I don't think it has. But, you know, I don't think you can actually use it at the moment. It's not grayed out, though. Normally it would be.
It was a bit rough. It was a bit rough. So yeah, ESL is not banning it anymore. Now it's ANET. Good decision. Good decision. Yeah, so Misha back here. If anyone can replace the Helseth, it's probably going to be Misha.
Yeah, I'd say him, Frostball. For people could if they wanted to, but you know, he's the team captain of their team, so it's going to be thinking about who is going to be making those calls and be the confident caller on that team, and who is going to be able to make those calls and actually, you know, keep them in the game in that way. You know, I guess Lipion probably, maybe, as well as Texby probably, I don't know, he's not really vocal, but
yeah, people might every once in a while forget that it's not only of fulfilling your role as the class that you choose to play, it's also the role in terms of dynamic of the team.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, are you the shot caller? Do you just have your very precise informations that you give out, or maybe do you just give a little bit too much of information on TeamSpeak? Sadly, we can't listen in. That would be kind of fun. Listening
one day
to the TeamSpeak.
Yeah, one day it might be good, actually. I think we had it during a tournament once before, a while ago, actually. I can't remember. Maybe during PAX? Did they have a listening onto this TeamSpeak then? I can't remember.
I do not know.
It was something like that. It was... Yeah, we could hear it a little bit in Boston, actually. We did get it bled through sometimes, but I'm not sure if that was on purpose or by accident.
It's always
kind of interesting.
In Guild Wars 2, that might actually make sense, because most of the teams are international, so then stick to English. It's really fun in Counter-Strike. I'm kind of coming up with that example because I was at the Pro League stuff yesterday.
Nice.
And they are like, really, the teams are just one nationality. You've got Danish teams, you've got Swedish teams, Brazilian teams, and they're listening into the TeamSpeak. They tried it, and then it was basically, okay, so if anyone understands that, you can Twitter at us. We have no idea what they're saying, but they sound hyped. They sound hyped.
They
just get the general tone of voice. Yeah, but
yeah,
in Guild Wars 2 could be cool.
Awesome. So we are looking to go into this game as soon as possible. I'm not sure exactly what is going on anymore. Oh, CanScout was getting lag, so it's just checking out his connection. Interesting to see CanScout playing on Ellie, actually. You know, normally we've always seen him on Ranger. I don't think we've ever... Maybe, no, he's Can goes Ellie.
Here and there,
seen it before.
But CanScout is kind of one of the signature ranges.
Agreed. Yeah, they're very defensive. You know, the two's more sustaining kind of Ellies. That's why they've gone for the strength rune over there to gain a little bit more damage. You know, plus 5% damage while under the effects of might. So that's going to be where they're getting their extra damage from. They're not getting from fire. But TCG Texby is going to be able to get off a ton of blinds in this build. It's really, really strong. 1v1s, it's probably one of the best as well. I was going to say, especially against an engineer, but they're not going to worry about that. It might be a little bit of an issue against the Ellies. Obviously, the Guardian NATO does not want to be in 1v1s at all, if he can at all avoid that. But, you know, Sensitix has got Portal as well, so he can use that for mobility for his team, for his Guardian to get into place. But yeah, gonna go through the splits.
Yeah, now we can start with the first game of the day. We are in the quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen, and we have TCG on the red side versus DLT on the blue side.
DLT, Big Zan going to close for the red team as we see TechSpeed racing towards mid. We are going to see over on the far point, we are going to see defense by Snowball. Of course, he's got that Glacial Heart. Hopefully, he is going to be in that Earth attunement soon, so he doesn't get bursted down, which is what he needs to switch to now, which is indeed what he has done. But he actually gets that Armor of Earth as well to give himself some stability there, and is going to be okay for now. So that's that actual trait. Really saves him there, but it does get chosen coming back as well to defend that point. And in that 2v2, it should be quite interesting for them. They should be able to keep this now, especially as Sensitix comes back as well. Sorry, it was a 3v. Oh no, it was 2v2. Now it's 3v.
Yeah, we kind of have two team fights going on, although the one on mid may be a bit more calm because we don't really have that giant damage going on there. No downs yet. We see Misha pulling off towards mid, and actually the pain train moving. And I'm not quite sure why Lipion and Big Zen and now Red Levin returning to that point. I think they would have had the bigger advantage if they did the quick move over. Oh, now we see the portal going on, and Misha joins, and that's going to be a good +1. And then this team fight very quickly.
And one of the reasons is because Sensitix came back as well. So Sensitix was just on his way onto the point. Misha just ported back, caught him as well. So he couldn't do anything to help out Snowball. And Sensitix more than likely is going to go down. Or does get an AoE interrupt, of course. You know, those interrupts are AoE buys. So he's going to get into that vamp form, but you know he's doing an okay actually surviving there, and does go down in the end. Surprising that he lasted that long. We did have a down coming out towards mid as well, so Can goes Ellie is going to be taken out here. 2 points being picked up by TCG now. NATO in an awkward position, cannot really do a thing at the moment.
Yeah, blue team needs to now just count their losses. Maybe try and keep the mine, although that might actually be a bit risky. Then now NATO, he really has a bit of trouble. Chosen needs to go for the counter damage. He doesn't see Red Levin yet. He was waiting for the first engage of Chosen and is now trying to get the counter down. NATO already got a lot of damage. We've got the stealth in that refuge, and that should keep them safe for the time being, and also pushes TCG away from the aggression of that point. We have the respawn of Sensitix. Don't know if he really wants to invest the time of 1v1ing Zan there.
I mean, you know what I noticed actually in that fight as well? See, Snowball was just standing there. Like he was very paranoid that they were going to lose that point, and he was guarding that. Now he can push forward. They know where everyone else is on the map from TCG. He needs to push and help to get that res on Can Goes Ellie, because if they don't get that, they've got it. So they're going to be okay for now. Now they need to try and get the kill on Misha, who Misha's actually stealthed and gone behind enemy lines towards mine to get that decap, which means they're going to get the 2-cap with the contestation. And oh no, not able to get the decap over on mid. Sensitix did try that there. In the end, not able to. We have seen the bail of the red team though off that point, and we are going to see them get the contestation there. So not too bad.
Lipion on the rampage, just going ham on people. Yeah. Snowball down already. Had a good CC chain on Can start going, but now we have actually the tornado coming out from Big Zan. Wait, NATO? Yeah, no, can't go for the rest on that one. We have 3 people guarding that. We got the decap on mid. But yeah, Misha could just pick up the close point over there. And Hench is still... Someone needs to rotate to Hench. Yeah, TechSpeed is doing that because we're going to have the respawn there in a second. And they're cleaning up on mid anyways. Lipion with a safe stomp. We see the Moa coming out on Cannon. He goes down very quickly. That's going to be the triple cap in a second. We see the blue pain train trying to make something happen over with TechSpeed on that Hench note. Are we going to see a rotation, or should they maybe play it a bit more defensive? TechSpeed already in trouble. I don't think they should actually +1 that.
I mean, and just to note as well that Big Zan is still running that mortar trait, so he's not getting the maximum amount out of his traits at the moment, unfortunately. But it's good actually. You know, he's running that Elixir X. So if he gets the rampage, you're going to have 2 rampages. And that was quite good how he used that tornado to get everyone off the bodies and actually to cleave around. More control as well.
This is how did the rotation now work out for TCG this well? We have the port try towards the midpoint from the blue team before they actually got that henge cleared up. We still have it neutral. Zan in stealth just turned it around and now they're on the snowball hunt. Chosen is there, but he can't do anything against them. Those two can go full on aggressive. They don't need to worry about Chosen that much. They are tanky enough.
It's not too bad. Mid's actually being outnumbered at the moment, which is the problem that Blue Team are going to have. So they might actually get the advantage over on mid. And luckily enough, you know, Snowball's able to sustain enough himself and Chosen there. So they are going to do okay, but actually they are having problems over on mid. And Misha's causing some ultimate pain to Synthetics here. They're really sticking on him. Texby's trying to go forward as well. Oh, there is so much pain on this point at the moment for him. He's going to go into the downstate. Don't know if we're going to see the actual res. CanScout does get that nice knockdown as well on the Earth Attunement 4, but we are going to see him slow. Oh god, we're going to see the rampage coming up from Lipion. That impact, that sound was just a punching him in the face and pretty much taking him out there. But Synthetics is back up here. Gets up top as well.
Almost got caught, almost wanted to go for the hard res there, but made it out alive even after that rampage pop. Can go in that chaos towards the side node, just get the quick decap. He's going for full cap, so he's going to be out of this team fight for quite a while, and that could be detrimental to his team. CanScout going down NATO, so they are going to pick up 1 point, but at what cost?
They're not able to sustain this in the moment. I think, you know, that move over to Henge, like you said earlier, was a little bit... I'm not sure they were exactly sure where they wanted to go with that, which is why they probably returned over towards the midpoint, remembering that, you know, still this is quite a new team, really, in terms of, you know, going up against these guys, but, you know, we've not got Helsef here either, so... There's different things happening. Lipion as well is playing on Warriors. He's doing a good job trying to get that decap against Snowball here. Rest of the TCG can come in and easily snowball, but over this point and grab it. As they have already been able to take out Chosen there. Chosen Trickery over on the side. Mission needs to be careful actually, because downstate thief damage was just pretty intense. He gets the stealth off, trying to get some interrupts himself. But still, you know, I mean, the Shatter build... Still doing
actually pretty good on the tanking, but now we get him in a bit of CC. Right, the lining away. He's going to give up that point, but he might actually be able to still contest it, and that's going to give them some room to work with. Only 1 point ticking. That at least hinders the red team to really go into, really get into the lead. Someone could actually just... They could just disengage and try and get the decap on mid, at least one person. Now the full cap on mine. This fight has lost its temptation, I think. They should just leave it.
They should
try and make a quick move to keep.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what they should have done is when they were just regenning there and Shadow Refuge came out, Snowball should have just dived onto the point when it was contested, because there was only really pressure for one player on the point, and then they could have just stealthed in and maybe tried to move that way. But now they've been stuck here for so long, like 40 points, sorry, and we've got a 2-cap coming out. We've got the 1v1 over on the... over on the Henge.
Yeah. On Texby. Just to get out alive, but he might get the decap from that. Oh no, right, the lightning. Texby on the point. We got the knockback. Nice. That's going to be the decap. Right, Levin not fast enough with the engage. And now, whoa, pressured him into misform, but the withdraw afterwards. And himself in misform anyways is really alleviating the pressure of Red Levin, and he will just get the down in a second. He can try and prolong it for a bit, but that's going to be a dead Sensitix.
I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure also this game is definitely over. The fights weren't really that bad, but Blue Team's rotations, you know, they were relying a lot on trying to get those kills in the map, rather than the rotations. Yeah. You know, TCG just did both very well. You know, they were rotating fine. They got the kills they needed to get when the Blue Team tried to actually out-rotate them, you know, so they weren't able to get away with anything there, unfortunately.
Yeah, and there we go, actually finish off with a creature over there from Misha and Lipion. Straight up win, 500 to 84. I mean, there was pretty good control from TCG, but I think this point score kind of tells a bit of a different story than what we've actually seen. I'm now going to take the time, if the spectating just now was a bit wonky here and there, please excuse that. I noticed just as the game started that for some reason my mouse sensitivity is really off.
Oh, okay, yes. Sometimes it does reset. I'll check mine actually. Felt a little bit slow. Oh no, it's okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah, that's better. There we go. That's the stuff. Now we can go back in game.
It's difficult. I mean, I didn't since 6 with staff. Staff is still quite nice, but you know it misses that surprise factor as well with the torch. The torch is so good still because you get that accessibility to start to the stealth. You've not got decoy because you know that might have been where mantra of distraction is the power lock. There, so people going for that now. They've got less availability to stealth and whatnot, so they're going to go to, you know, sword torch. But he's gone with staff because you know if you get that days off chaos storm, you can still get the stun and you can get an AOE stun as well. Yeah. So you know, I mean, it's weighing up, but staff, you know, still you got phase retreat points. Since 6 obviously being a pretty good mesmer, knows where those points are, and you know it really did help him in that last mid fight too. I'm not sure if he used blink or phase retreat to get up top. But, you know, he's just having a look at some of these builds and seeing, you know, why these guys are preferring to use what they are, whether or not they're going to change. Bunker Guardian's gone with shield still over on the blue team. I feel like, you know, one of these earlies could do better just going into fire rather than having so much of the earth and the survivability. Might be a little bit of paranoia there with that.
Yeah, well, the survivability was good, and we saw the effect of that. We saw the effect of Stoneheart really saving their skin. But yeah, it might actually be a better choice to go into fire. But honestly, the experience that these guys now got from the match they were just in, they have no indication. The last match did not say go into fire. No, it said going into earth just saved me a bunch of times. I'm going to stick to that. Otherwise, I would have been dead all the time.
Yeah, but the thing, I mean, that's true. But the problem is, you know, it's just like, these fights are ending a lot quicker, and we've got more damage and control over on the red team at the moment than we've got on blue. We've got the Thief and we've got the Mesmer. They're doing all the damage at the moment. The Elementalists are surviving more than anything. Okay, their Condi damage is a lot more than it used to be in some of the direct damage, but you know, it's still not as much as that we're seeing at. You know, we've got no Bunker Guardian on this TCG team. We've got Marauder Mesmer. We've got Marauder Warrior. We've got TCG playing no, he's actually switched over. Sorry, TCG Texby. I just thought he was playing right. Oh, you know, going to engineer there. He's playing Celestial DD, of course. We've actually got the tankiest member of the team being the engineer, going with soldiers, and then we've got Red Levin and Marauder. So we've got 3 Marauders, a Selly, and the soldiers. If we go over to blue, we've got Marauder on Sense 6. We've got Clerics over on the Guardian. We've got Marauder and Chosen Sin, and then we've got 2 Sellies. So we've already got more damage. Like, that's obvious. And, you know, they're ending the fights faster. They need a little bit more damage.
And I also think just with the damage being a lot more, the big spikes, there might be... If you've got the 20%... oh, wait. Wrong side there, Snowball. You've got the 20% damage... no. You don't have the 20% damage. You have the not being able to be critted, but still, it's so much damage out there that they might not need the crits to get you down. So actually, just a good blind in a good situation might pay off a lot more. Like, for example, what we have with the Guardians. I mean, okay, we actually have Night on renewed focus. Wait,
it's just changing the renewed focus instead. Yeah. Remember that Condi removal and stuff might actually be good for them, because that elite that elite trait they haven't got, you know, wouldn't be as useful as, say, in the team setup that we've got on the other side. So he's going even more sustained, but Condi removal, so he can get rid of some of those blinds coming out a lot more as well. You know, he's got more stability, he's got more burning as well. So he's, you know, it might actually be a better idea in this build. I still like that shout too much. 24-second cooldown, you know, you've got more shouts available for that Condi removal as well. So, you know, but, you know, you still get it from renewed focus with the virtues, so it's not so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but so what I wanted to say, one of the reasons why Guardian is quite good is that the Guardian just has these hard cooldowns and can completely negate a quick burst. And not being able to be critted is a brilliant thing, but still, sometimes they just don't need the crits to get you down. So good blind.
This is very true, especially with that warrior build as well. And you know, the shatters coming from the mesmer, it's constant hard damage in the face. You know, and when if we see Big Zan and Lipion popping Rampage or Elixir X, which gives them Rampage for the engineer, of course. then you know that mid fight's going to be ended pretty easily. You know, we've got constant stability on both of them, so they've got downing ability, they've got rezzing ability, they've got CC ability. There's somewhat, and you know the damage that comes out from that now. It's just so fun. It's really fun ability to play. Actually, I've been playing Warrior a lot more recently just because of Rampage, just because it's a hell of a lot of fun to play. And you know, I genuinely think that Warrior is actually a lot more fun to play now because, you know, people can play this build. Shout by Warrior, pretty much gone, to be honest, in my opinion. Probably won't make a bit of a comeback. If it does, it needs to be changed. There's too many interrupts coming out now. So if you do, as a Warrior, Shout by Warrior, you bring out that banner, you're going to be punished for it. Because more often than not, the good teams are interrupting anyway. And now with the interrupts, they're getting a ton of damage coming out from the Mesmers. So, you know, it's just not worth it really anymore. And now we're seeing, I think, probably one of the most exciting metas, which is starting to evolve in this game, actually.
I mean, as you said, starting to evolve. This is still very volatile in terms of what happens. But honestly, I like the change for the Warrior because I much more like the idea. I've been like someone who has a bash at every class. Maybe not Ranger, but otherwise just have a look at it. And Warrior, I just didn't want to play. Now, with going a bit berserk with a great start, that's going to be hella fun. But now, let's get into the second game. Currently, TCG has one win in the best of 3. They could close this best of 3 right now. They are on the red side. On the blue side, we have DLT.
So we're seeing Red Team actually going for a full far push now, going for stealth. Obviously, Misha is over there as well. Wondering if he's put his portal down anywhere. In particular, Sensitix is on this point at the moment with Snowball. Nice damage comes out to Snowball, but he must have been in that Earth trait. I wasn't in him there, actually, to see if he was, to make sure he didn't get bursted. Yeah, he was. He's got the cooldown coming up now as well. So he's going to get back into that as soon as he started to regenerate himself. Yeah, he's in staff as well. Well, okay, sorry, didn't see that myself. So that actually might work to their advantage as well. Able to keep those decaps, able to keep those caps, sorry, for quite a while, and get those decaps as well. You know, we've got some nice CC coming out with the staff, some nice knockbacks. So that's actually going to be very effective in this 1v1 versus Zan, because, you know, that's the position which now he's been forced into and could be quite good. Although Red Levin's going to come in for the support here.
We actually have a good move on both sides. We saw the port going on for the strong aggression over on Waterfall. And Sensitix, who originally had the target of trying to get Misha out, is just going for the quarry. And with the knockback, he's going to get that, even without the knockback. Just has to get one ability on him, and then Texby can't make it to the point fast enough. So good start here. Now they can rotate over. Just basically give up on Waterfall, wait for the respawn to reinforce mid with that. Unless CanScout goes down and he's a mower, and that's gonna happen. NATO with a quick rest, is that gonna happen? Yep. Oh, the pressure is a bit too much from that pain train. CanScout goes Ellie, goes down, and that might be it for the mid cap if they aren't able to really rotate on that fast. It's still neutral. Are they gonna clutch the neutral? I don't think that's a good idea.
If he'd gone for that elite shout, he might have got that res.
Yeah,
he might have actually got that.
He probably would.
He was very close. So, you know, that's one of those situations where that is actually pretty useful. They are going to maybe get the kill on Texby here, but he's going to get the possible res as well from Red Levin. And there's not much Sensitix can do about it, apparently. Didn't have any cooldowns left to do anything about that. Surprisingly, we didn't see any kind of damage coming out from him whatsoever. No cleave either.
See rotation over to Quarry.
Yeah, no one's coming over at all. Yeah, well, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with these guys at the moment. Again, it's that kind of factor of how we're going to move around the map, what's our rotation going to be, and our red team forcing us into fights elsewhere on the map as well. You know, Big Zan is on mid currently as well. And I think, you know, what happened to Waterfall is almost what's happening over on the Quarry. Sensitix feels like he's being left in the wind, although Chosen's coming over. Vapor Form comes out from Sensitix, he gets that proc out, but he's going to go down here, needs to be very careful. We are going to see Shadow Refuge coming out. Easy res for Sensitix, really. Poison tries to be dropped, but we are going to see Snowball coming in as well, and they really should get the kill. This is actually not a bad rotation for blue team.
Pull from Zan gets immobilized, but that is, yeah, that will enable the retreat of Levin. So Zan basically came in there, no, come here, I'm not gonna let you kill my thief. And now everything's moving over to mid. I think it worked out in the end, but a bit too much emphasis on keeping that midpoint neutral on that occasion. They should have maybe just committed a bit more, or at least sent someone to help Sensitix. Like, he really felt left alone, I feel.
They got there in the nick of time. If they can get this res, which they did at mid, they've actually done a really good job here, and they could really turn this, because now I think that TCG have lost a lot of cooldowns. They have. We've not even got a lot of escape here coming out from Misha, so they need to get the kill on him, but only Can is after him as well, but Big Zan gets the CC.
Kill on Levin. Oh, do we
They
have
need
a
to
DC?
make sure they get that. Lipion has DC.
We might have a DC on Lipion. So, good kill there from Chosen, but sadly now it's a 4v5 right now. We're going to see an AFK from the side of
visual
DLT.
cue.
A visual cue.
Oh,
a visual
not with
cue of someone just standing around.
Yes, I think someone has gone AFK. We have, well, Can's dead, so you know he could be the AFK guy. Over on mid as well. We've still got this point sustained. Lipion not back in the game yet, and that might have happened for a while. I'm not sure if anyone from Can's going to go AFK there. So Six is going to grab that waterfall node now as well. Zan, you know, if he gets dazed in that Chaos Storm, he's not going to. You know, that's actually what helps you get that decap in the first place. Sensitix able to get port back to mid, and obviously Zan's going to have to pick up the full cap, and we're going to see a little bit of outnumbered fight over on mid. We've got Chosen, NATO, and Sensitix over on this point versus Texby and currently Red Levin. Zan needs to try and get back in this, and also Misha has been taken out on the bridge over on the top. Good pickup from Chosen. Red Levin comes in as well. Not a great position for Chosen to be put in. We've seen Shadow Refuge, and the pull comes out from Big Zan. That's good timing there.
I'm
for
very
TCG.
surprised that Misha didn't just try and engage on Chosen there. Oh, actually, nice line of warding. Misha ran into that just for a second. Now we have the cap picked up on mid, and some might say the DC had something to do with it, but honestly, they were already in a good position before the DC happened.
Yeah, but now I'm not sure if they've made the right decision. Chosen's going over towards the waterfall to get the decap. They did lose NATO over at mid, but it's not too bad because they've still got Snowball at mid. But he's going to be the only one there at the moment, and pardon me, Sensitix has got the decap on Quarry now as well, so this is actually not looking too bad. And he's doing okay against Texby. But as soon as he starts, he's got more Condi removal than normal as well. But with NATO going down over on mid, they're going to pick up mid camp now. Waterfall not looking too bad. Snowball needs to try and get nearer to Chosen Trickery if possible, because he does need to get on the node. Big Zan tries to get that pull out. He does get it, reflects back the damage that was coming out from the rifle there. But you know, this point's Elixir X pull.
I think we're going to have a really important 1v1 going on the side. The two thieves are Misha plus once that immediate Vapor Form proc coming out. Chosen going down on the side, and this is going to be the pickup for TCG. Lipion back in the game, by the way. Now Can could move as well. Did he get the message? Move, Ellie, move.
They've got 3-man wipe actually at the moment on this map. So this is not great at all. Over on the waterfall, we have seen TCG pick up that node. It's only going to be a matter of time.
Why is NATO NATO went actually for
now
the...
he is. There you go.
That was a curious decision with that Earth 5. He could have gone for the stomp there because NATO was focusing on getting the decap.
Good job. I mean, he was, you know, we got full decap over on Quarry. It's been like that for a while, but Red Levin now having a look at his position as he tries to maybe pick up Can Goes and also Sensitix as well. Almost some dangerous play coming out from these guys. It gets back onto the point there, but with the portal as well, does get the stealth, tries to get the interrupts as well. Who's going to be the main target here, mate? It looks like TCG Texby actually out of anyone, which probably would be Lipion. Now, Sensitix has got the good idea. He's got full focus on the thief, so he's not letting Red Levin out of his sight to let him do what he needs to do. It's a really good idea. Now he needs to refocus onto Misha. And where's Chosen at the moment?
Oh, but this is a good move. Pulling Zan off the midpoint. Sensitix can go in for the decap. We have someone on the back. He's going to go for the full decap. We've got Texby only now coming in with the Fiery Greatsword and also the decap over on Waterfall. So that two-man disengage and having to pressure Zan into leaving that point to keep the Waterfall contested really just open this back up wide.
And this is where the blue team are going to be a lot more effective, I think, in these smaller skirmishes rather than these big, massive team fights where they can't end it that quickly. They can just sustain a bit more in their fights. Like, they've got 2v1 in their favour at the moment. We can see Zan even pulling out the mower onto Chosen Trickery, which is always hard against the thief. Good job there. Obviously, it's an AoE kind of elixir there. Good job. Vapor Form comes out, and that Vamp Prune proc going to be able to heal, but it pulls out the Rampage, and he's going to get a ton of pain. Just throwing that rock into the face there of Sensitix. He is running for his life, not able to get anywhere here. And Chosen Trickery as well. He's pushing forward. Look at Zan. He's so powerful. As he pushes out from the waterfall, he is not letting them have this node. And he is controlling this fight as he pushes with Red Levin. Good movement from him. And also, you know, we're going to see Texby coming back. So that's a good push from that node there. Actually,
and now
really
the
good
double
job.
outer point cap comes out, and we already see the rest of TCG converging onto that midpoint. Misha on the side having an eye for potential decap. They don't have eyes on Chosen. Now they see Chosen again, so they could, in theory, get a bit more focused on. We saw the successful rest coming out with a refuge. Mid still decapped. Are we going to see a split to the side? Portal was used. Chosen back to the midpoint and might actually go off to... He could go to Quarry. He could have gone to Quarry.
He can... they need to... maybe think about escaping this, because Chosen's just gone in full on there. That was too hard. He went in too hard there. Needs to be a bit more patient. But the thing is, Sensitix is not being challenged. They get the free cap on Waterfall here. So that's a little bit of a mistake by the red team, but maybe they're a bit more confident about winning this fight. Lipion is very low. He's one of the main guys that should be focused on this map by the blue team. He's got Rampage up as well. Yeah, if he gets regenerated here, you know, he's going to be able to pull that out. He's still got his Earthshaker. He uses that to get away, and he can use that with Great Sword free. There you go. Getting him down really paid off. They needed to pick him up a lot quicker, but the thing is, Canscout's gone down over on mid. Well, he's still very performed. They might get him back up.
Oh, but Chosen, that might actually be... No, Misha's going for the decap. Now we have the port of Chosen. He's going to try and get some damage on Misha, but if Misha gets the kill, no. Lipion already down, and no rally on Chosen. So we have a 1-for-1 trade with Misha almost being down, but no one even close to being able to pick up that kill. The rest of the blue team, they completely abandoned Waterfall there, kind of left Chosen to his own devices, and are now focusing on that midpoint. The Waterfall is dangerous though, because that is going to push TCG over that magic 350 point mark and open up the possibility to end it all with one quick Lord Rush.
Exactly, that's very, and something they could possibly do. Always Chosen sin on that respawn. They knew that that's where he was going to go, so they could push forward into the rest of the map, because they're not really picking up the kills. Lipion obviously was going to respawn and go to Quarry, which is exactly where he was, so they need to get the kill on him fast. That's going to be a good kill if they do it, but TCG Texby is here as well. Sensitix now is just using up time, and Snowball is going to pop onto the node, and we've got the portal over onto mid as well, although NATO going down is not a great thing to happen. And also and this is probably going to be the last push from the blue team, actually, unless they can get NATO out.
We have the quickness. They're actually going for NATO. Are they going to get the rest of NATO? No, the damage is too much, and even Canscout in that AoE, 2 people, they basically pushed them together and nuked on where they landed. Now Sensitix is just trying to, as a last push, get a quick decap on Waterfall and maybe catch out Red Levin, because he might be a bit open with 3 people. We see Misha, we see Zan. That's a bit difficult. Come on, get a good knockback, but that's not going to happen before he goes down. Tries to get the interrupt. Actually, very surprised he's still alive.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job here since 6 at the moment. I don't think he has to worry about being too rusty there, because he's actually played very well.
Yeah, he is. Oh, and that pod, he's not going to go down from that condition, because we have a bit of condition removed now. Use the last mantra there of the power lock.
They've probably got one more chance in this game, in all honesty. One more chance to come back and really get to 350. They've still got 220 points left. They don't want these team fights, especially around their spawn. Oh dear.
Yeah, that's...
The 6 goes down. Knockback comes out, but then we can see the anti-knockback coming out. Oh my good lord. They don't. This is not good. If it gets to a 3v3 even, they can't pick it up. That's it. That's game. They're even pushing towards their spawn now. They're so confident. Lipion's just swiping at the door. We're potentially thinking about a Lord Rush over on the blue team as Snowball does pick that door down. Maybe a Chosen Sin decap. He does get the Venom on Big Zan. I think this game really is over here.
Yeah, I mean, even if they were by some miracle to get that decap on the mid node where we basically have Texby watching, they're still just going all out on the blue Lord right here. We have Misha going in. Is he actually going to get the damage? Because we also have some defenders, but they don't really have much room. They need to get the decap on mid, and that's not happening anytime soon. We've got an Ellie 1v1. That's basically the one thing you don't want if you want anything to go quick.
Yeah. Nope. They're just tanking on the points now. That's not going to happen. Canscout's trying his hardest. Fair play to the blue team for keeping on going, even when it's kind of obviously lost.
Oh,
I mean,
the Lord goes down with the rampage from Lipion. He goes down afterwards, actually. Kind of a statement there at the end. But yeah, that is it. in the last second, just pulling it through with the Lord. And decap never would have happened, so they could have just waited it out, basically. Even a wipe in that Lord room would have meant they still need to get to that midpoint and get the quick kill on Taxby. Even with like 3 people, that's still going to take longer than they had. 100 points more room to work with. That could have been a successful Lord defense if they had committed to it a bit more. But they were at a point where they also had to think about the points so much. Not really a good way out of that.
I mean, they did a lot better in that second game. I think what you said, you know, they could learn exactly what was happening in that game. They switched something. They switched Snowball into Staff. Whether or not that was the thing that made it different, I don't think it was. I think they actually just genuinely played a lot better in that game. But they were able to move from that smaller skirmishes, you know, rather than kind of 2 nodes engaged. They actually were moving very fast around the map. You know, the Thief and the Mesmer allowing them to do that. Sensitix using he's definitely was using his portals more effectively because we were noticing them more. And also, you know, I mean, sometimes we don't notice them because they're a bit more ninja, ninja portals. But you know, it was a better game for them, and actually, I think they're improving over time. They were going against, you know, the
over time. This was one series, and you could also already see the improvement. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, everything is possible. But now I'm wondering what happened.
Just gotta believe.
That, exactly. Who went through in the bottom? Okay, sorry. We saw Corey in the house defeating Tactical Terrorists. So we're going to see TCG versus Corey in the house. But more than likely, we are going to go with Maiden Meta versus Orange Logo or La La La. La 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 La.
Yeah, I'd actually wouldn't be too sure. If Orange Logo will be able to beat La La La. That's kind of a team, at least if I can believe some stories of them. They have the potential to beat everything, but also kind of the potential to lose against anything. So yeah, that's kind of up in the air. Maybe we can actually, if depending on how that is, jump into it. We will check with the admins. But until then, quick break as we keep on melting in the heat on this very, very hot day. It is almost ridiculous, but yeah. See you
almost ridiculous. Wow.
Almost. Not quite yet. Not quite. I need another 2 degrees to call it ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah. See you in a bit. Stay tuned. Hello guys, and welcome back to the Go4GW2 Cup number 36. I'm still Chronic, that's still Jebro, and we're about to witness the semi-finals, and it's going to be Orange Logo versus Maiden Meta. By the looks of it, Maiden Meta now back to kind of the setup they were running when they left quite a while ago.
Yeah, other than Force-Meister, right?
That might be someone from the old lineup. Sadly, I can't see it right now. Although, no, I don't have him on the friend list, so either second account or I don't know.
Turn over. Okay, well, we could go over these. Everyone's talking about in chat. I asked the question. I said, on a scale of 1 to 10, how warm are you at the moment? And everyone's like just commenting on the degrees in Celsius that they are currently feeling at the moment. We've got 31 to almost 50, people are saying, which is possible.
I've got 31.1 right now.
But that's in your room,
apartment.
right?
Yeah, in my room. Outside is probably like 35 or something.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, all good. I'm looking forward to seeing this. We've got Maiden Meta back in the fray. No pun intended, as we've got Frey on the other side. Back against the fray. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. We could probably just go through these builds and
let's do it quickly. We might be able to go into a bit more detail between the 2 games. Because 2 are the number of games that we will see most definitely. Since it's a best of 3. Damn, logic. Okay, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll go with
Maiden
Meta. Why not? I'll go with Maiden Meta, just because, yeah, it's nice to see him back. Azani playing Sword Torch with Great Sword, Marauder Amulet with of course, no Vampiring. They're going for dueling there. He's going for Deceptive Evasion for the clone on dodge, Power Block, and also going for Prismatic Understanding there as well. Not going for that chaotic interruption, of course, but going for the Mirror of Anguish and whatnot as well. So still going for the interrupts, but he's going with Ether Feast. So we've seen most Mesmers sticking with that heal. They definitely want to go with that instead of that Mantra, because you know it's tough to channel two Mantras, one Mantra, let alone two, to get that off. But he is going with Mass Invis there, so you know if he wanted to, he could actually probably go for that. Soldaris, he's going to be playing probably, he's going for DP with the no, he's actually going for the pack rune there. Interesting. Okay, Marauder is still not, you know, still fine. Going for improvisation, of course, with the panic strike. Going for sleight of hand, shadows rejuvenation, you know, shadows embrace, you know, the standard stuff. If there's anything nicked there which is blatantly being missed, I don't think there is.
The interesting thing I think is going for Hidden Thief. I love Hidden Thief. Because basically being able to engage with a steal and then follow up with the instant backstab is pretty damn cool. We've seen actually a couple of people go for Shadow Protector, or even one person going for Leeching Venoms, which I do not agree with at all. If anything, just go for Venomous Aura, man. Share that Basilisk Venom. Share the happiness. But, well...
Venom sharing, hey.
Yeah. Oh, Venom share. Dude, you can pick it up at almost no cost, so...
I know, yeah, that's true. I mean, that's something that might be an option to go for in the future, you never know. Forcemeister is going to be playing more... He's going to be going for very Grenada focus, actually. Let's go for Celestial Amulet with the Rune of Vampirism. Going for the rifle, so he's going for more Condi. He's going for IP Incendiary Powder over in the firearms. We saw explosions used by... Zan in the last game, sorry, apologies for that, but he's also going for extra condition damage based on his precision from that Celestial Amulet as well, going for high caliber as well, so he's actually going for the extra crit chance, and that crit chance synergizes very well with the IP in that firearms line as well, of course. You know, Bunker Down again, you know, very good for getting that med kit on crits, HGH getting the might on those elixirs. I'm surprised that a lot of NGs aren't going for elixir gun at the moment, you know, because it feels like it could be very strong. I'm just waiting for that to come in, because, you know, you get the extra elixirs now on those abilities on the elixir gun itself, but hey ho. Backpack Regenerator not going anywhere, protection injection is still very, very powerful with that 5-second cooldown. Scovo, he's going to be going into fire, so he's going for the more offensive DDLE with that whole brick rune, of course, and Selly Amulet, going for Blinding Ashes, of course, which is very signature of this build, as well as obviously things like Evasive Arcana and Cleansing Water as well. Red Sam is going to be playing Bunker Guardian, and, you know, I think this is maybe one of the main reasons why he's come back to the game, because, you know, he plays Bunker Guardian. He pretty much don't see him playing anything else. And actually, Bunker Guardian is a lot more exciting to watch as well, just because it's not been played again. Sorry, it's not been played for a while. But, you know, we've got this extra utility coming out with the Elite Shout, so Renewed Focus is not going to be the main thing which is used in this build. And Indomitable Courage, of course, as well as the usual cleansing of the Virtue as well. And that's going to be the Maiden meta team. It's going to be interesting to see how well Forcemeister does, you know, because NG, again, having a couple of problems. But we've seen Elixir X being used a lot more by NGs with the powerful Rampage. You know, if you can pull out the Moa with the Toss Elixir X and also get that Rampage off and get the lockdown, it's pretty nice, actually. Pretty nice engaging.
It is, it is. The only question, where's that keybind? The sudden extra keybind you need to think of.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, the extra fight. We always forget about this. You know, we never used to have this. I guess it's like the extra thing with the thief as well.
Another key. Damn. Well,
that's why it's gone shit.
Yeah. Also needs another key, but I mean, to be honest, we only had one.
Shift 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. Well, yeah, you did only have one, so if you can't manage with that, if needs to focus on damage, we don't need more buttons.
No, just want to press Heartseeker. Bring that back. Okay, so then going over to oRNG, we have Frostball again. Frostball apparently now having a regular appearance on oRNG. Of course, sadly, due to some age restriction stuff, not gonna be on the team for WTS. But for now, he's on there and doing a pretty good job. He's gonna be playing, the standard Mesmer build. We have the power block in there, also the Mantra of Distraction. So not just going full-on Shatter, like we've seen in the game before. Then we have Tage. Tage is going to be on that Bunker Guardian. Again, feel my wrath. So goddamn strong. Almost ridiculous. Indomitable Courage. your
Love
voice, altruistic healing. Just the ability to have altruistic healing and indomitable courage. That's such a nice thing. Yeah.
Love shield as well, man.
Yeah, shield is good. I love the knockback mechanic of it.
Yeah, exactly. Same, man. And like on different maps, like I miss Temple of that shield because that can really be so useful. Actually, it's very useful on any node, to be honest. Just to knock back and just get some extra caps sometimes. It's kind of clutch sometimes.
And honestly, maybe like half the reason I like shield is because they are such brilliant shield skins, and you never get to use them anyway. I mean, come on, they are some pretty good ones. Okay,
that's true.
And we have Mini Shi. He's gonna be a Digga Celestial Elementalist, and let's have a look. He's going with fire, as most of them are, so no earth in there. Then we have Syndrina. Syndrina on the Thief is gonna be going for critical strikes and deadly arts. Yeah, I think he did that last time around as well. Is not going for the shadow arts. Does not want to have Shadow's Rejuvenation or Shadow's Embrace. That's more of the reason, honestly. Crit strikes, then we have that practice tolerance, signets of power, and no quarters. No quarters, of course. We talked about that last time. Bit of synergy in combination with the elite of the Guardian. Not going to be the entire reason, but that's at least something. And then, last but not least, we have Frey. And Frey going to be playing that Rampage Warrior. We've got the Marauder Amulet. We've got the Great Sword. We've got the Hammer. I think I'm going to play that after this cup, but have a bit of fun on Warrior.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, like we were talking about before, you know, Warriors. Not that, you know, it wasn't. Maybe you had fun playing Shoutbow if you like supportive builds. I mean, I like supportive builds. I kind of did have fun actually playing Shoutbow Warrior, but you know, I have a bit more fun, you know, wielding a greatsword in my hands than anything else. Punching people.
Going exactly, Rampage Barnacle fight.
Rampage Barnacle fight.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine Rampage with a greatsword in your hand.
Rampage with a greatsword. Let's not overdo it, but we're gonna start with the game now. It's the semi-finals of today's Go4. On the red side, we have orange logo. On the blue side, it's Maiden Meta.
Yeah, stealth push coming out from Mini Sheet, and also there from Frey. Oh, you can see might get a nice bit of burst onto the Engineer as well, out of anyone that's going to hold that point. He does have the block, of course, but Soldaris and also Azani going to come back as well. They're going to outnumber here. Soldaris is stealthed. And if they can, they didn't get the pull on Frey, but they get the interrupt and they get the stun as well on Frey. A nice knockback as well combination with Azani really puts Frey into trouble there. And we are going to see the mower on Mini Sheet. I saw the AoE mower coming out from Force Maester there. Good job. A really good mower there. And they do pick up Frey. That really won it there. I mean, you know, I think they would have been down anyway, but quicker. That really causes a big interruption to what they are going to be doing. But Sam, dead at mid. Big supportive character for Maiden Meta down.
Dead at mid already, and the cap picked up. Tage almost, no, not bailing off immediately. We see the pain train coming in from the side. Are they stealthed? No, so the engage will be spotted. Reinforcements can be caught, and we already have Mini Shi on there, so Darius not getting the sneaky decap. Tage paying attention. We've seen that a couple of times, just people enjoying the view and getting decapped behind their back. And now pretty much everyone converging on that midpoint and trying to go for the all-out team fight.
Yeah, Tage is loving it at the moment. he can just stand on just on the point. He can really support from afar, but needs to get a bit closer sometimes because they are wandering a little bit off node now, orange logo, so needs to be careful. They're going for the fights. The thing about the Bunker Guardian as well is it might make it a little bit more difficult for them to roam sometimes, actually. Although Tage has just gone off point. Someone from Maiden Meta can take advantage of this, but if they do, they will start to lose people, like Soldaris has just gone down as well. We've seen the portal coming out. I believe it was from Azani there. So they push back towards the henge just to make sure that node's safe and actually get out of harm's way. Force Master does go for the decap over on mine, so good distraction tactic. Now we're going to see Maiden Meta probably re-push to mid as they did disengage 1v1 over on the henge as well with Minishi and Skovo, as Minishi does push away. Might actually get sandwiched. Needs to be careful. Oh no, he's very good at distracting around that node as well.
Might have a bit of miscommunication. I think Red Sam originally was going to assist to keep the mine node neutral, but now they decided to focus their Dev is on that midpoint, but Minishi and TCG on that point already, so that's not going to be a quick pickup. And the long way around, Frostmeister turning around again, and he's going to be going for another decap on that mine, but also Maiden Meta needs to be careful that they don't get decapped over on Henge. We don't have a down, we don't have a respawn, so Frey basically very, very safe to get that decap and probably a full cap.
I mean, one thing actually, which is probably good to think about, you know, NG is very used to, in the old meta, was a very, very good 1v1er, and is probably still okay in that role now, as long as he, you know, he can still get the decaps and whatnot, but can't really stay in that 1v1 because there's too many conditions now. And still, you know, they've got a bit more condi removal, but it's not as good as some of the other classes, obviously, in this map at the moment. But, you know, he's been very effective at trying to keep these points as they stand now. But if they get that kill on anyone on oRNG logo, they need to think about the mine point if they're going to go back there to defend it or just go back into the rest of the map. Zani's doing a good job of trying to get some cleave damage from the top of the stops, from the top of the keep there, sorry. But still, you know, we're not able to see contestation. Oh, we can see Elixir X pop coming out from Forcemeister. Nice tornado, but some stability coming out for oRNG logo. So not able to get anything out of that. Forcemeister is trying to get away here, but we can see Rampage popped on him from Frey as he tries to push over towards him now as well.
Those slick shoes really saved him there. Frostmeister is going to be able to at least push over to it. Not going to be able to get the decap in the 1v1. Frey's just doing a brilliant job to pretty much keep him out of it already. He's not going to make it anywhere. Would he be able to get the escape? Misses the knockback. Vamp proc. That's going to be a down Frostmeister any second. And that's already one downed character. But maybe able to pull away the focus a bit. At least Frey is not in that team fight. Or not yet. Because he's rotating already. And they're not able to get the quick kill. We've got Azani already having to retreat. He's in loads of trouble. The knockback comes in. Down he goes. 2 people for the rest immediately. But the damage seems to be very, very good. That was clutch. And Cinder actually had to disengage on that one. So to not go down immediately. We saw the knockback out of the refuge. But the withdraw and the re-engage. Good port upstairs. Soldaris following up. We saw the panic strike proc. But the thief, they can just trade damage back and forth. Just a couple of hits and a good proc on the fire and air sigils, and they're going to be in loads of trouble.
Look at Soldaris on the top, just being stealthy and patient as anything. He's waiting for Frostball. No, is he? Yeah, there you go. He's going to start going for the damage now. He needs to get engaged there really, really quickly. But, you know, Scovo's going to go down here as well as the Zani. He probably needs to leave. Anyone else from Maiden Mare, if they can get away, need to. Soldaris should just leave. He should just get out of there. There's nothing he can do. They don't need to lose more people right now. They need to. He needs to help.
This is going to be a free cap.
Yeah, he should have moved over to mine, I think, a lot earlier to help Forcemeister and maybe pick up the kill on Frostball if possible and try and negate anything that comes out from oRNG logo. But yeah, like you say, I think we've got the free cap coming out very soon.
Scovo came out of the base, and out of the base in this case means running into 2 people. We have already Frey trying to take care of Soldaris. He's going to be able to get away from that, I think. Oh, it's actually going for the 1v1 there. Doing a good job thus far. Has the good blind up, stolen ability from the warrior. But
Guardian's coming
in from the side, and that support is going to make it really difficult for him to get a quick burst on Frey. He's basically just distracting people right now. The refuge will fend them off, and that honestly gave them a bit of time for Maiden Meta to regroup and really get the focus engage going on that Henge node.
Yeah, it's good, but they're still losing out. We've still got Forcemeister as well. We've got the almost kill over on the flipping the Henge. The thing is now Maiden Meta can res, and they can be effective still here. They should win this because they're outnumbering oRNG logo at the moment. Forcemeister down on the other side of the map, which means we're going to see a Syndrome there moving over, and they need to get these kills.
We saw the interrupt. Frey's going to go down and cleave. No, he isn't yet. Tries to do something. Almost got Soldaris down in the meantime, actually. But the AoE damage took care of Minishi. The Stomp coming out. Those guys are going to be respawning, so mine is not going to be a good target. MiM needs to move on to that mid node very quickly. Or try and go for the quick pickup on Syndrome, and that's good with the immediate proc.
You can see a port of Sam as well. Oh no, we're not. Actually, Sam's going to move my foot. Oh no, Fire Greatsword drop. If there was no Fire Greatsword drop, we would have seen Sam port into mid, I think,
Sam's
to go just engage in that.
Foot.
Huh? Move my foot?
Yeah, that's kind of what I heard there. But never mind. Okay. we have Frey going for the decap on Henge, so he's always on that far node. As soon as MiM tries to really focus on the point, tries to really get the team fight going, Frey's just on and got the decap, the reaction a bit slow, even with that portal, not able to fend them off. Azani now in a 1v1, that's not going to get +1, but that 1v1 might be trouble enough for him as it is.
Yeah, he can't, I mean, he will 100%, obviously, you know, in that 1v1, he would lose the cap because there's too much on-point pressure coming out from Frey with that hammer. Not as much, you know, well, even with the greatsword to a degree as well, you know, picks up the stun and gets 100 blades in like he just did. You know, he's going to be able to take him, and he'll probably win this 1v1 now. That proc is really going to help Azani, but he needs to leave. The only thing he can really do is poke Frey, but Maiden Meta have lost this game. A nice shot combo comes out from Azani, and really that's all it takes to almost take out the warrior. A good job. He might be able to pick up this 1v1 now, actually. I know the game is pretty much lost, but it's nice to just see this 1v1 with that interrupt, Nick. If he can get that interrupt out on the Marauder damage, and that is fantastic.
And that is it. Only sad part of the story. That's not going to change much. We got the double down on mid, but this is just too far into the game, too far into the point to do anything. Pretty much.
Frey rampaged. Vengeance, sorry.
Vengeance and then Rampage. Nah, he's not going to waste a cooldown on that one. He's trying to get the kill. Is he going to get the lucky proc? Nope. Nope, not going to happen.
It's not a bad idea, though.
But the points from the Mine and Minishi jumping on top of that scaffolding. It's going to be the winning point income for oRNG. Shall go 1-0 currently. MiM having some trouble getting back to their original form. I mean, they have been out of it for quite a while.
Yeah, you know, it's like, you know, I mean, I would also say that Guild Wars 2, as soon as you don't even play it for a week, you become rusty already. Yeah. Even a couple of days. It's one of those games, you know, where you're highly mobile. There's different degrees of movement. You know, you can jump up and down different obstacles. You can, you know, it's just different to something like League of Legends. Obviously, you get rusty and things like that. But, you know, there's more movement. Your dodging abilities. You've got, you know, all the synergy with other team and the builds all changing as well. But, you know, I mean, to a degree also, you know, Red Sam, again, he can play the build he knows and loves by the sounds of it as well. People like Tage can as well, though, you know. I mean, they're playing against one of the WTS teams. And, you know, that's still a big, massive thing.
Yeah, honestly, it maybe would have been a bit depressing if MiM were just to come back and just punch the poo out of
that's probably worse than swearing.
Yeah, I tried to find a way around it.
I don't know if anyone's ever said that on Guild Wars channel. And what just came out for me
and immediately beat one of the WTS qualifying teams.
Hold on, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you don't want to see that.
That's my excuse.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like you say, that's a very good point. You don't want to see you almost exactly like, even though to a degree, I mean, I'm kind of rooting for Maiden Meta as well, because, you know, I'm happy to see these guys back. They're a nice bunch of guys as well, you know, but, you know, oRNG Logo are pretty safe dudes as well. But yeah, it's nice to see them back. I hope they do stay and they sustain and actually play in the tournaments. They're playing in the weeklies as well for the ESL and EU. So yeah, I mean, today they might pick up third or fourth. I don't know. I don't think they're going to be able to go through to the final though. We'll have to wait and see. This could be a little bit different. We've got pretty epic lineup over on oRNG Logo as well. You know, I mean, Frail Warrior is always fun to watch, and that 1v1 he had with Azani. You know, Mesmer's in a lot better spot now than it used to be. I mean, it's probably in the best spot it's ever been in. It's really nice.
Mesmer's, yeah, probably. I mean, I might be forgetting one of the very early stuff where a lot of stuff was still bugged. No idea. Maybe they were strong at that point, but ever since there was a competitive, like really properly competitive scene for Guild Wars 2, yeah, Mesmers are good right now. Never been better. The hike time of the Mesmer.
Yeah, and there's a couple of different options, you know. I mean, you're going to probably see... We're obviously going to see these meta builds, which are the best builds, but I still think there's a couple of traits here and there which could just be switched, just depending on people's playstyle as well. I'm still kind of interested to see what Helsef's going to bring out at WTS, because, you know, he's not here today, but we will see him...
You think he's going to do something very surprising?
I don't think it's going to be very surprising, you know, because I think just at the end of the day, it might be very similar, but there will be something, you know what he's like, he pulls it out at the last minute and it's just like...
Yeah. But now, we're going to go into the second match. It's Legacy of the Foefire. oRNG logo currently up with 1 win in the best of 3. This is the second map. MiM on the blue side.
Sending 2 to mid, we've got the cross again, oRNG logo going over towards the waterfall here. Not the same as TCG sending 3 members over last time, stuffing up of course. Manishi is going to actually just be bothering Soldaris and Azani here. But it looks like he should be able to sustain. It's not got lightning flash though, so he needs to be very careful, and he's in water already, so he can't get rid of those conditions. I think that was a bit of a mistake.
We had an immediate DC, so this is going to be a restart.
Okay.
Shit, this is good. AFK, easy. We won. Go finals. Yeah, Reese. I think there was a general agreement. People stopped playing. There's going to be a quick restart. We need to quickly cycle through the maps, of course.
Indeed. So I'm going to be going through that. That's the thing, you know, like when we start casting, we're casting the fight, and it's the initial thing, looking at the map. We're not looking at top left and top right so much at that moment in time. So yeah, it gets missed a little bit from time to time, but we know what's happening.
Well, I wanted to say something, and then I had to yawn suddenly. Not a comment on the quality of the match, a comment on me not sleeping enough.
Yeah, the heat.
It's
pretty crazy.
Sleep, honestly. Yeah, I'm a bit whiny about the weather today. But you have to be able to cast in the most difficult conditions. Sahara cast next.
Indeed.
I mean, but also we maybe wait, who is? I think at least we have Sam. So is everyone? I think everyone on MiM side is German. So those guys have to struggle with the heat as well.
Yeah, well, everyone is pretty much. Everyone. I'm going to come up with a song. It's called...
Oh no.
I don't know. I'll think about it later. We're back on the map. Woohoo! I was just trying to kill time while I was just typing game end, because obviously that's very difficult.
I was scared of singing Jebro just there.
Don't be. No one else is, Nick.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so we are back.
We're back on the right map, and we should be able to get this going fairly quickly. 5 people in the arena still. Let's not have a disconnect this time around, but at least it happened early in the game, so we don't have to go with the AFK solution. Go with the only one that needs to be ready. How quick is he going to be? Can he find the button? And there it is. Maiden manages to ready up.
Wow.
So that was not as exciting as I made it.
How was just already up? Nick's changed so much. He used to be so chill, and now he's just hyper.
But
what's
now
happening? The heat is making you go insane.
The heat is making me go insane if I weren't before, but now we're going to see an insane match between MiM and oRNG logo, currently in the lead with 1 win. Let's have a look at the splits.
So they know what they're not actually going to go for the same push again, obviously, because they're a little bit more obvious. Sage sticking over on the mid, that's very old school. Being the distraction tactic, as we see Frostball, and also, we do see Syndrome coming in as well for the.
Give him on Sam. Down he goes. Yeah. Scoville trying to come in for the rest. He's not going to get any CC, and we do have the poison on there and the quick stomp already. That was a quick pickup. And actually, MiM hesitating to go for the waterfall because they didn't see people at first.
Yeah, well, I think they wanted to just be careful for that engage initially over on the midpoint, which unfortunately, you know, is again not going to pay off for them, and they need to be careful that they don't lose people here again. Soldaris is re-engaging in a point which I don't think is going to be massively useful. Him and Azani need to get out of here because they're outnumbered, they're outgunned as well to a degree. Now, Forcemaster is going to be forced to get onto the point. Soldaris is probably going to get caught out by these conditions here. Does get the Shadow Refuge off though, but all we're going to need to see from Frostball is... Oh my god!
Makes it.
Almost, but look at the portal back from Frostball over towards the waterfall there. He moves back through, and Syndrome is pushing onto this node as well. So oRNG Logo moving very quickly around the map. They're not giving them an inch at the moment. They pull a kill out on Azani as well, and a nice speed boost from Red Sam does save Azani as well in the end, as well as giving himself a little bit of healing by giving him that swiftness boon. Of course, Forcemaster is trying to push forward to try and maybe push the fight back into the rest of the map and bring oRNG Logo out of that waterfall node, which they really need to do. Yeah, really good move. Really good move from him.
That's a good move, and actually the kill on Frostmaster, if oRNG Logo had just focused on Frostmaster instead of Azani, I mean, then Azani would have been dangerous. But they changed Chase Azani into the base, so that really got rid of the pressure there. But now getting the quick kill on Soldaris, and back we are in the pressure situation. oRNG Logo just going on that waterfall, not letting themselves be pushed over.
I'm pretty surprised. There we go. Look, here we go. Forcemaster's bringing out the Rampage, and that's a good time to do it when everyone is so grouped up. I'm actually surprised he didn't bring it out when they were trying to get his earlier. Yeah, because that would have been like a really good, you know, the CC. Didn't see any stability, and at least it would have forced that. But now he can go for the res, or at least go for that fourth ability, but he's not able to. And, you know, unfortunately, not getting much out of that in the end. Frostball very low, but that Rampage is going to run out soon, and we do see the Proc of the Vapor form. Needs to be careful. Got Slick Shoes back up for Forcemaster as well. He's actually doing a good job in Selly. I mean, is he still playing Selly? Make sure he is. He is indeed. So he's actually doing okay.
And now, did he go unnoticed? No, Frey is on him. He's again trying to pull this apart a bit. MIM were kind of trying to go for the lucky kill on someone over on Waterfall. But now having this drawn apart a bit is really going to be a good option. Azani going for the decap on the quarry.
Tajin Red Sam just using those staffs very effectively at the moment. One for the first ability. Soldaris goes into stealth just as we see members coming in there, and a nice interrupt and combo coming out from Syndronir and from Frostball. Nice moves from them while Red Sam is casting. Not sure if they got the extra damage there, but the interrupt and stun was just enough anyway. And really, that's the only problem, you know? Like with that sustaining build of the Guardian, if he gets interrupted and they get the focus, you can kill them so damn quickly. But you know, I kind of like that.
But this might be a complete wild. We see Scover following. We have Azani almost down. Where's his escape? Vapor Form proc already. He's going to be making it out to the side as a hero back up and ready, but they just need to retreat and think of something.
They need to full-on regroup. I mean, Forcemaster is going for the decap over on Quarry, but they're going to be backed up. They've got 4 members in between Forcemaster and Soldaris here, so they need to use this to the full extent they can. And now we're actually seeing them push out over towards Waterfall. If they can get this kill on Tage, you know, Azani can definitely get this kill. It needs the help of not Red Sam. I would have preferred Red Sam to go mid, man. I think he should have pushed with the rest of the team.
Yeah, he probably should. A bit more damage on Tage. I mean, Tage is not going to be dangerous towards a pain train. If Soldaris wasn't in a situation where he basically had to run for his life and was then grouped up anyways, and they're still chasing Soldaris. He's just trying to get away from Syndronir here. Again, in that Shadow Refuge, a random hit hits, a random hit connects, but that's not going to be enough to pull him out. We see the Basilisk Venom procced. Is he going to try and get the engage on Freylina? Would be a good target right now, but Freylina moving on towards that waterfall. And now it just took too long to get Tage down, and that's always the dangerous part of one squishy fighting a class that is a bit more sustainable. They will win, but it's going to take so long that it's easy to +1.
We actually saw a really nice decap from Forcemaster over on that quarry, but that's the problem, you know. Whereas before, he probably would have been able to kill maybe the Elementalist, you know, but that's no longer the case. I mean, you still can, but it's a lot harder than it used to be, and he actually got the decap with that Elixir X, so very, very good from them. Frostball down over on the midpoint, Soldaris coming back in now to offer some AoE cleanse. Cleave, but he's going to go down. Syndronir picks him up from behind. If they can get this kill on him, that's going to be awesome for them. I think that's going to happen. There's so much cleave coming out from the guys, and they're able to get it, as well as Scover as well going down, and also Azani punished when they had the advantage at mid.
The port wasn't quick enough from Soldaris because he wasn't really counting on the speed being up still, but yeah, that quickness stomp, man. Quickness stomp.
That's it, really. That's probably it now. At least 360 for Orange Logo. Powerful, powerful stuff coming out from these guys. Waterfall decap. Sam is able to do nothing, and before he gets any support, he will be killed here. Unless Scovo can get over to him. He's got hardly any cooldowns left. He's got his virtues, but he's not even going to get the chance to use them as Syndra can just burst him down from behind. It's probably all over. Don't think they're going to call GG though at the moment. I think they still want to test some stuff out here.
Yeah, at least have the opportunity to maybe try and find something. I mean, until now they're really having trouble to get any engage. They seem a bit lost. They seem a bit lost in terms of tactics. The GG is called, and that means Orange Logo picks up the second game. They will advance towards the finals of today's Go4. Who will they go up against? Is it going to be TCG? We don't have it updated in the roster yet.
I would probably say TCG. Let's have a look and see who's on Korea in the house. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually very interesting. Amy, so Amy got Alco, RZ, Curve, Matse, and Tayar.
And apparently they're from Kyrgyzstan. And
they have a very random picture. I don't know who that is. He's probably a famous TV star. I don't know.
Probably.
But other than that,
we are uneducated.
Uneducated. We have no time for television. Anyway, guys, if you've just joined us, it's the ESL Go4GW2 Cup number 36, hosted by Mr. Kronik and myself. We are going to be hitting the final very soon. Just waiting to see whether or not it's TCG or not. But I think I don't know, because there's some great players on that team, so we'll have to wait and see. Other than that, I think we could probably head to a break.
Yes, we can. So stay tuned for the finals in just a bit. We're trying to get back as soon as possible. Stay tuned. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Go4GW2 Cup. I'm Mr. Kronik, that's still Jebro, as always. I say that too much, I think. I need something new. Jebro.
Maybe spin around on your chair or something.
Spin around. Yeah, no, then I'm gonna kill myself with the cord of my headphones. I'm not wireless, mate. I'm not wireless.
Well, it's because we're pros.
Yeah.
Pros go wired. That's the way it is, people. That's the way it is.
Exactly.
With everything.
So, we're about to see the finals of today's Go4 Cup, and it's a classic matchup. Although we have some players switching around here and there, some players that are not going to be in the WTS on both sides of the team. Actually, it's going to be Orange Logo versus TCG, and the players we're not going to see are Misha on TCG, who's filling in for Helseth, and Frostball on the side of Orange Logo, who kind of is filling in for Rom. Not really the same role, but he's replacing Rom in theory.
It's more. It sounds funny, but you know, it's more of the role now because it's damage orientated, at least.
Damage.
You know, which is just really the only thing they have in common. So yeah, Orange Logo, TCG, good final. Also, we got the monthly on Wednesday as well. So,
yeah,
that's going to be interesting.
Are we going to go Mongos again?
I have no idea.
At the
moment, we're casting the Go4GW2 Cup and not discussing our social plans.
Damn, I'm wrong here.
But maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, but now let's get our head back into the game. We pretty much went over all the builds, so if you want to see any of the builds here in detail, you can, once this stream stops, go to the VOD right on Twitch or later on your channel, right?
Yep, on the YouTube channel, indeed.
On Jebro's YouTube channel, and then you can just stop at the time where we show the build you want to see, and then it's all good. You can steal it from the pros.
Yeah, and there's links as well, so you can just go to the game you want. So that will all be done as well, the menus and stuff. So it's quite easy for you to go to the game you want to go to. But yeah, I'm just looking to see if we've seen any significant changes. Zan's actually going to play with Mortar Kit now, as soon as he's got the trait for it. So why not? I wanted to whisper him.
Option.
Yeah, why not? We've got Texby going on to Stoneheart now, as well. And actually, was he playing that before?
No.
I'm pretty sure he was
yeah,
not.
no, he was fire. He was fire. So we switched that up.
Okay. We got more damage coming out. We got a lot more crit. We got a lot. They know that they have potential to go for stealth moves more often with the combination of the Mesmer and also with the Syndroneer being the thief, of course. We got Moa still on Frostball. Still, Tage is playing Bunker Guardian, of course. I don't think he's going to switch off that. But we do have the big change of Frey. He's not going to be playing Warrior. He's actually going to be playing the Guardian, which is probably another reason why Texby has gone into Stoneheart there. Because, you know, we've got Mediguard, but it's not with the hammer anymore, really. We're not seeing that as much, of course. We're actually seeing it with the Great Sword. And now we can show off his Great Sword on his Guardian, as he's got the legend, of course. So he's got Rid of the Pack, he's going with Marauder, and he's going with Meditations, of course. So yeah, standard Indomitable Courage, Absolute Resolution, things like that to keep him survivability, as well as healing when he uses those meditations. Communal Defenses, so the Aegis when he blocks an attack, which is going to be quite a lot of blocking. But yeah, I mean, is he going for Focus? Yep. So he's got the blocks there. Renewed Focus, of course, so he can get the extra survival for himself and even for his team as well. So, you know, Great Sword, a lot more favourable in that build. A lot of cleave can come out if he gets right involved in that fight. Oh my good lord. That's a lot of damage. Coming out from the Mesmer, the Thief, and him, and then support of Tage, with that combination of quickness and fury. They can end fights whenever they want, really.
Come on, just Tage should go with Frey's build right now, and Frey on the DPS warrior, and then we just see stuff explode.
Well, we kind of saw ish that on Thursday. It didn't work out for them.
No, it didn't. It really didn't. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta go for a bit for that defense.
Yeah,
all offense is not always the answer.
Indeed, and we don't have a Bunker Guardian over on TCG at the moment, but I'm not sure they need it as much, really. I mean, you know, you've got 6P still is even more supported now with that Stoneheart, of course, going into Earth. Yeah, they might have some problems staying in these fights. TCG probably want to be rotating like a boss. Try and keep away from Tage. Try and keep Tage. So he's not actually able to rotate into some of these fights, you know. I don't think that's going to happen because it's Tage and it's oRNG logo, but you know, and they need to keep him away if they possibly can. So 3-point fights, small skirmishes around the map is probably going to work for TCG, or just using Misha for those rotations with the portal as well.
Yeah, 3-point fights could be good just to spread the support a bit thin.
Yep.
And then
definitely,
if you need to, you can just give up on the fight with Tage in it.
You got a lot of Condi remove coming out from oRNG logo. A lot. I mean, you've got two Guardians there with the Virtues at least. Then you've got Denshi playing Elementalist as well. You know, there's a lot coming out. Good. I'm looking forward to seeing how well this Guardian, because you know this is going to be a lot of these guys are going to be playing against each other in WTS at the end of the day. So this is going to be it's like a prelude to what's going to happen, but still, you know, meta can change. It's not set in stone at the moment, is it? So there's still loads of variables to come back. We haven't actually seen the full lineups go up against each other fully, I don't think, either, since the new changes. Because Rom's been away most of the time.
Not since the new changes, yeah. There's always been some kind of sub. So yeah, maybe just keeping it secret. That might actually be a tactic. Just keeping it secret, how not giving the other team the opportunity to really practice against what they're going to be facing in WTS. Yeah, also I mean, not giving us the little taste of it.
Exactly. It's so annoying. We're probably not going to see that happen massively. Maybe the week before, maybe Wednesday, last monthly, before we go to WTS as well.
Maybe we are, but now we're going to have a look at the splits in these finals, and this already looks very offensive. Oh, they just run through each other, do not care, re-stealth, and that is going to be complete abandonment of that henge, and already a bit of turnover. They seem to have noticed it. No one seen on that henge node, so the rest is going to move over to that mid fight, and now it's really split. Now it's really
Tage is on
points.
Yeah, Tage is on point on his own. So this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. They waited to find out where they're going. Oh, look, Frey's coming in as well. He needs to try and get... Oh, no, that's brilliant. That is brilliant play from Frostball there, and also from Lipion. They did a great job of getting him down, and they're probably going to kill Frey as well, to be honest. This is what they wanted to do. They've spread the fights around the map. Misha's now going to Henge to make sure the orange logo don't get back into that regroup. So this is a really good split for them. Not so amazing for orange logo.
It was so good. Tage still down over there. Frey is Frey currently running in Vengeance? No, Frey going down afterwards now after a bit of a chase. Now they can just collapse on mid if they want to. They almost got the kill on Syndrina, but now Syndrina bringing the damage on Texby. We see the Vapor Form coming out. Are we going to see a refuge from Levin? Bit of a pull there. Nice and so good there with that CC. What was the burning?
It was just fire everywhere, Nick. And the burning was doing so much damage, as well as the actual burst as well coming onto Levin from Frostball there, and that's what took him down as well. Texby might actually get up here.
Oh, and they went for the damage. That was pretty much the only possibility. Red Levin with the overcommittal to that res as a thief went down afterwards, and then we just had the counter damage on Syndrina. I mean, the thief in downside is so squishy, you just want to get that double rally. So now, from a potential of orange logo getting back into this, a complete run over from TCG is probably going to follow. We see a bit of aggression towards that Henge node, and that's going to be the decap, but facing up against Texby. We have the mid cap now secure, and... well, okay, orange logo putting a bit of an emphasis on that Henge node. Actually, not anymore. It's splitting up widely, and Misha can just catch out Minishi.
Yeah, we've actually seen a nice... oh, wow. The mower and the interrupt on Texby takes him so low, but Big Zan does come over for the potential support there. But Texby is definitely a gone for here. I mean, if he comes back here, he's going to be doing a great job. No one's on node. They want to just focus on getting the kills. Big Zan does get the immobilized. We see the nice addition of damage coming out from Misha. They took Frostball from 100 to 0 in like the blink of an eye. Great play from Zan coming back over to that node, and the additional support from Misha. That teamwork there, they're used to that, you know. They've been together before. Lipion very low over there in the Rampage form, of course, as Orange Logo able to get some control back into this game and finally maybe come back. Because TCG have been rotating very well across this map. Yeah. They've been putting these fights everywhere. That fight below the keep as well really pushed it. That was a pinnacle moment. But I think we're going to see TCG still hold control over on this map, especially, you know, Lipion is coming back in now, as well as Frostball.
Oh, and Levin, the sneaky bugger, just stayed at mine in stealth, gonna go for the decap right now, and that's gonna open it up again. Orange Logo was banking on that big team fight in mid. They were about to group up. We saw Tage, kind of the preparational person on top of that, but that now completely has to disperse again just to pick up the cap over on mine again, and maybe not leave the pain train too open. Misha already on the workings of Minishi, but he's in a bit of trouble. Even Levin can't help him there. That was a quick kill with Frostball coming in. Misha now out of stealth, the down body. Is Levin gonna go for the full cap? What?
Why not?
Okay.
He's just taking... Look at what they're doing, Nick. They are controlling the map like anything. He's not giving them any caps on that point. As soon as someone just walks over it, he's gone back to the node to force someone to look after that point. Especially when they've lost Misha, they've now got equal numbers on the map. Look how long that kept him there. Now we're going to see Misha moving back over towards mine probably as well. Although he might head up to mid. He's going to be crossed with Misha here, so he needs to be very careful. But now Minishi is now doing exactly the same thing. But the thing is now Tixby is we're going to move over towards the mine. Orange Logo are now going to have to split between Henge and mine. They're going to have to do a massive split. This is great movement from TCG. And look, they cannot cope with it at the moment. They are being split so hard.
They already have 2 down. Syndrina can just be left there. Frostball needs to run. Tage is moving to that midpoint to keep that one, but they're just going to leave him there. They're just going to leave him, rotate over to Henge, try and get the quick kill on Minishi. Big Zan already there. Lipion trying to actually... Oh, yeah, just abandon it. That's a good idea from Minishi, because he wouldn't stand much of a chance in that matchup and wouldn't live for too long. And Red Levin and Misha just cleaning up on mid. We still have Frostball as a target right there. He didn't escape completely. He's doing a brilliant job of escaping the damage thus far, but yeah, the follow-up with Zan coming in, Tage going for the hard res. That's not a good idea. That's just too much damage and opens him up for a quick burst. Needed to pull that shelter already, and now he's just being driven away from the midpoint, and they have to give it up.
Yeah, not even able to get it with the quickness res there. I'm pretty sure I used it. The cooldown's quite
and the mine is still, the mine's still capped.
Yep.
Oh,
they
no,
are
Frey
completely
turns around.
negating any movement that oRNG logo is bringing out on this map. They can't get Tage involved in the fights fast enough, sorry. When they do, they're just going around the map, getting the decaps, pressurizing oRNG logo to move around and be very, very mobile. Tage is trying to hold this point for as long as he possibly can. You know, he's gonna be the best Guardian bunker we've got in this game, EU and A wise. You know, he has just played this build so well for a long time. Levin is going to get Lipion up here as well. You know, oRNG logo aren't able to do a lot on this map. Syndrome is keeping them busy though, and we are going to see Minishi picking up the Henge node as well. And TCG moving quickly again over towards the mine, probably taking out Frey here. In all honesty, maybe sticking with the warrior would have been better in this.
The movement of TCG, I'm loving it right now, because they are already full on engaged on that node. They only left one person behind to get the contestation. Oh, but Zan now against three people having a bit of trouble. He's trying to move over to Henge, but we have Minishi keeping that defended. They just want to get the... No, Tage just left on mine for the time being.
This is more in favor now of oRNG logo, I would say, and the way the map is actually being played right now. They did pick up the cap, so don't ignore the white, although they're going to lose it right now. So this is actually a lot better for oRNG logo fight between the two nodes. But now actually Minishi's going to spread over towards mine, actually pushing them into an awkward position maybe. Maybe could have just headed to mid, but they are getting the kill, so they're going to be outnumbered there. And as Minishi does go for the movement over towards mine, we're still in a 2-point contention here for oRNG logo, so they're not pushing themselves over to 3 nodes. It's now 2 because they've got the focus over on mid and over on mine. They've got the decap, and now you're going to see Minishi move to mid most likely. Oh no, he's pushing back towards Henge. They know where everyone's coming because he needs to push to Henge because Misha is respawning, and also Red Levin, so they're going to get mid and they'll push back to Henge to defend. Minishi doing a good job on the timing of that as he moves back over on towards that node, and Misha's not going to have a massive amount of joy. And as soon as we do see Lipion moving over towards mine, Frey is on it, mate. He is over there. Good movement from oRNG logo there to come back into this game, and that is a really good comeback from them.
Yeah, this is oRNG logo not being suckered into the fight after the strong push of TCG, not letting themselves get forced into the defense of the mine, open it up again. We had 4 people of TCG going for the mine node. They got the cap, but then Zan already had big trouble on that mid node, and now it's really... They lost the rotational advantage, but they're preparing it again. Minishi is stuck on that point because we have that portal. And as soon as he's spotted somewhere else than Henge, they will go for the portal move, and they're kind of preparing the situation right now. But I'm not sure how well the big team fight for mid is going for them. I'm seeing a portal in the future.
Yeah, I think so. Minishi needs to push to mid, and Frey's going to go for the 1v1 over on the mine. But, you know, I think they might need to switch out. And Minishi needs to head to mid now, otherwise they're going to start to lose this fight. He needs to get there quickly because they, you know, they're outnumbered on that node. And even though they're able to sustain, Frostball's about to go down. He ports immediately as well. We can see the orbital strike coming out from Big Zan there, which actually great port comes out from Frostball. See,
oh, but the damage.
It was just very unfortunate that Minishi didn't move in there quickly. They knew where the players were. Now Tage is going to go down as well. And because of that slow movement, I think they've really lost that mid. And they've probably unfortunately made a bit of a mistake. Frey is not too bad, actually. Syndrome moving over towards mine and not getting killed over on that mid fight was very important, because if they can get the kill on tech speed, this is going to be massive and it will easily keep them in game. Look how far oRNG logo have come back. Just as they start to do it though, we're going to see members going down. Although Frey just using his block heal there as well. Tage out of the fight. They're going to respawn into mine in a very, very strong position.
Oh, Levin needs to bail.
They're going to lose Henge though.
Levin definitely needs to bail. The matchup against Frey is already could be a bit problematic. Oh, but he's left alone on the sidelines. Only now we see Syndernet coming in, and now he might get Levin into a bit of trouble. Texby can't give him the support he needs, and the Refuge is still on cooldown for a couple of seconds. Re-stealth is with that leap finisher, and this way kind of gets back into safety. Could re-stealth with Refuge, but that would give away his position. I mean, okay, the black powder does it as well. But apparently he's not been noticed thus far. Oh, is he really going to go for the engage on Frey? He is. Yes, he is. No one's turning around thus far, and he wants to go for the 1v1. I don't think how smart that is.
I think Thief's got a little bit more chance than he used to, maybe. Yeah,
now, but still.
But still, yeah, it's difficult. I mean, it's cheeky going for it. And unfortunately, because now oRNG Logo, they need to push back Minishi over towards mid, although he's doing a good job at just pushing over and giving some contention over to that point. But then Red Levin going down, as well as Frey is at mid. Tage can get him up and make sure that Red Levin's going to be finished. This is going to be the last point where they're coming back into this game. Orbital Strike from Big Zan over on the midpoint is going to do nothing, unfortunately. And it's just going to be a matter of time until Zan goes down here. Soldier's Amulet really keeping him up here, as well as his own play. But we're also going to see some contention on the point from also Lipion. He's going to be able... Oh, he just got interrupted. Oh no, Lipion almost very close to going down here. He needs to be very careful. He's using all his defensive abilities here as well. And probably he's going to have to leave. He's still got that stability stance left as well. But Lipion is being chased by Frey and Syndra here as well on the interrupt. Oh no, there's so much damage coming. How is he alive still, Lipion? What a beast.
That's endure pain for you and Frey's just going to follow up on that. Move over to the henge and going to plus one the 1v1 between Minishi and Levin is not going to be the ninja again, will he? No. He's battling trying to go for the kill on Syndernet, but that's not going too well for him right now. Misha coming in, Syndernet going down, but now Frostball can do the same with Levin, and now it's in a tricky situation. Misha going for the storm. Can we see an interrupt? No, we don't. Rally on Levin. He's going to be back up, but the double cap for oRNG Logo stands still. We have Lipion on the midpoint. He's going to get the decap over on the other side. Kind of, Tage just kept out of it, and I think Tage not being in the team fight is a lot bigger of a loss than Zan not being in it. Zan's in the perfect situation right now.
He is in the best situation, although oRNG Logo just got the kill on Red Levin, so it's not too bad. I mean, at least with the Elementalist and the Guardian, the DPS Medigard there, they've still got some defense, you know. They've got the AoE, they've got a lot of Aegis, they've got the Condition Cleanse, they've got the... also, those players can rely on themselves, so as long as the Ellie's there, the Guardian can, to a degree, be left out. And look at the comeback potential now, but we've only got 2 minutes left in this game, Nick. If we have a look at the map, we've got 1 cap apiece, decap over on the mine now, we've got the +1 coming out from Texby. They need to be very careful here how they push out into this map, because at the moment they need to get a contestation on one of these points. They need to get someone to get to mid to get the decap. They can't go for this off-point fight at the moment. They need to get the decap.
They need to get the quick kill on Lipion, but now we have already a huge rotation from TCG coming into mid. This looks really safe right now. TCG is in the active position now. They're forcing their playstyle on the oRNG Logo. They are in control with this double cap. We have Zan just standing on point. He's keeping the mine safe. I don't see Minishi really having any great effect on Zan there anytime soon. We got the kill on Frey going. Syndernet can't go. Oh, immobilized. He just ports out of that. Makes it towards safety, but yeah, this is over. 400 points. The GG is called. We can just let it run. That's a double cap still. Let it run to 500 just for completion's sake.
Wow. Some very intense
good match.
It was a very good match. 59 seconds left on the clock. I wasn't expecting oRNG Logo to come back as they did. They were able to, as they pushed those fights into, you know, less skirmishes on the map. But then they started to win those skirmishes, actually, by having their Medigard and also the Elementalists in the fight, you know. When you're not going up against another Bunker Guardian, to a degree, it's almost...
Honestly?
I'm not sure.
I feel like TCG's game, the... who is in control of the game right now really depended on the situation that Tage was in. If he was part of the team fight, oRNG just had it in the fight. But as soon as TCG managed to pressure him, to pressure Tage into a defensive situation on a single node on the side, or get the quick kill, I mean simply the opener, waiting for the distribution of the players for so long to then get the quick kill on Tage and just control the map from there on out was brilliant. oRNG Logo turned it around back again when they didn't fall for the trap of the 4-man engage on mine, didn't go for the defense, just went for the counter offense themselves, split up across the points, got back into the game, and from there on out it was really equal match back and forth. And as soon as Tage just disappeared on one of the side nodes, then TCG just had it again.
I think that was the case for like 2/3 of the game, but there were points when Tage didn't need to be there. But I know what you mean completely. True. I think that was more when it was split across the 3 nodes, which was sometimes actually paid off well for oRNG Logo. As long as Minishi or Denshi was involved in one of the bigger skirmishes, because, you know, he could offer up some support along with the Mediguard. Like, I think the Ellie and Mediguard combination is quite nice because of the amount of condition removal, the Aegis, the blocks, things like that that are going to come out that can sustain that to those 2 team members. Like, you never would have thought like a Mediguard and then LA being like a good team combination, which, you know, it was okay, it would have been okay before, but that wouldn't have been a favored matchup. But, you know, that combination I actually think works quite well, and is quite sustainable.
However, now back on Warrior.
Yeah, I think that might work better. Rampage can end those fights quicker.
Yeah. Rampage, and I mean, we were emphasizing the importance of Tage's positioning, but you can also never underestimate on kind of if a situation is locked down, either a kill on the thief or the Mesmer just can open it up again, and that's something that's always on the table. You can play as defensively as you want. A good quick kill on one of the squishies is always an option. And that can also bring you back into the game, and we saw that quite well. Like these completely off-point 1v1s between Syndrome and Red Levin were often the deciding factors. And then for some reason, it kind of turned around. It used to be the dynamic of you had basically the thief chasing the Mesmer, and then your thief had to protect you from the enemy thief. Now it's just 1v1s between the thieves, and we see. Wherever the support from the Mesmer comes in first. The damage support, of course.
Yeah, when I screamed and went not far over towards the hedge.
Pretty much.
It was so nice, though. Oh my god, because Syndrome just picked up a nice kill, and then, you know, Misha coming in and just, wow. Nice burst, nice, really, you know, that could have gone into a really good situation for oRNG Logo, but that kill was pretty important for them to push back into the map and really hold the game as it was. Nice, yeah, it was really enjoyable game, actually. Really enjoyable. I do think that the Mediguard Greatsword build is very much, we used to say it was almost like to a degree, a one-trick pony. Which is, when we say that, I think it's like you pull out your burst and then you've got to kind of wait for a while. Okay, you've still got some damage coming out, but it's not as much as you've got, you know, with the Greatsword 2, with the whirling ability, and also with the port as well. You know, you've got to wait for a long time until that comes back. Whereas I think, you know, this Greatsword hammer build has got a little bit more utility for it. You know, it's got more sustainable damage, which I think to a degree they needed a little bit more of it. And I actually think that this Warrior change-up is a lot better for them than the Guardian.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the impact of the Rampage.
Exactly. And Lipion was doing a good job in that game. Yeah. Even surviving down the bottom of the keep. Whew. Job. Good mobility of the Greatsword as well, which, you know, on this map, mobility is very important. It's going to be better than the Mediguard, definitely, for sure. We'll see less of Mediguard, I think, a lot less.
Yeah, definitely less than before.
It might still be viable in team comps, but, you know, or maybe some switch ups here and there. But, you know, with Warrior, Greatsword, Hammer, you know, you've got CC in there, you've got a lot of stun capability, you've got the Greatsword damage coming out, and the Rampage, you know, you've got stability there, you've got all these nice things that really bring some nice utility for yourself and for the team, so why not?
Definitely, Texby has a brilliant battle plan. 6 mid. That's a good split.
Okay.
So, but now, let's see what they will actually do. Orange logo on the red side currently lost the first game to TCG, who are in the lead in this second map in the best of 3.
Ha.
Huh?
Sorry, I'm laughing at the fact that all of TCG have done exactly the same move they did before, but now they have to split in a different way because Orange Logo have forced it without sending someone over towards the quarry. So good, already a good move from Orange Logo, already a better way out of the game. Yeah, good job.
Everyone is looking for the first opening strike, and now Texby in theory is open for exactly that. We don't see the engage yet. They don't want to commit to it. We saw the knockback, nice interrupt, updraft. These guys are kind of keeping themselves out of it. Lipion on the side, however, now needs to escape on that greatsword, gets the support from his elementalist, but still, that Frey Syndraneer and Frostball combo hurts so much.
Yeah, exactly. And they picked up Lipion in the end. Frostball was just applying pressure to Misha, so Misha couldn't assist with the anti-damage, I will say, on... Oh, we can see a cheeky res here. Oh, Frostball's seen it. He does get that Mirror Blade and the interrupt off, and he's going to pick up Levin. As soon as he comes out of that proc, that is a nice way to leave Lipion up there. And because, you know, Red Levin loves going for those stealthy medic moves. And he gets the double interrupt with damage from Sid.
Levin dodged out of the refuge, then gets the interrupts and goes down. That was a bit of a misplay there. Levin now down and out, and now Misha needs to get out of that. Do we have a portal up? No, we have a no, that's portal enter. He's now putting it down. He's in stealth still, but is he gonna make it out of that alive? Frey not going for it, going for the decap rather, leaving Misha to his own device. But Syndraneer, he's on the chase, he's on the hunt, he wants some Misha blood. Maybe the quick kill on Frostball could give them some breathing room again, and we don't really see a reset now. People coming back into it.
Syndraneer trying to pick up Zan here. I think it's just better to go on Misha. Yeah, it does now, but Blood Frenzy in the face. Syndraneer does pull away with the short bow as well. Needs to be very careful here. Still trying to put pressure on Misha actually from afar. That's good, but they both need to disengage to a degree. Syndraneer just pops the poison field on the floor, which does separate them. Frostball does go down though. Orbital Strike coming in, and some nice damage comes out from Lipion. Force proc from the Vamp Room on Syndraneer. Use that withdraw as well, and he's going to be able to get out of here. He does get that nice stealth off in the end as well, but they do lose Frostball. Syndraneer, good thing he didn't die there. That would have been terrible for them. And they are just going to keep... Here we go. Look, Shadow Refuge here for Frey and Syndraneer. They're going to try and move in for a res maybe, or sneak out. The kill on Misha would be actually very nice as well, as soon as he pops out of stealth. But they're really picking their moments here. Misha very low himself, down to about 5% HP. Does get regenerated there. And we are going to see Minishi going down as well. Need to be careful. And some good damage coming out from Zan.
We're going to see the kill on Minishi first. Oh, they're hard res on Minishi, and that's going to bring Syndraneer down as well. Tage tried to commit to it. Now we see the strike coming down. Now a pull on Tage does not connect, but this is going really well. They did not...
Red Levin's down. He might be able to cleave him out. He's in Rampage as well, Frey is.
Really?
Oh, they're getting back up, but they've still got enough to actually bring out some nice damage and regeneration. Needs to be very careful here and great into Greatsword and use that third ability to get away, which is what he's going to do. Oh, Frey. Oh no, but he's from afar. If Misha can actually follow him with that Greatsword damage. Look at Minishi coming out and supporting him as well. And Frey's going to survive. That was so important that he survived that, because that would have really brought the comeback potential for TCG on the map actually. Good job.
It's all back to neutral, but Frey is in good position to maybe get a kill on Misha. Misha trying to get out of it right now. Turning back around. Tage is the target. Oh, but Zan with Frostball coming in from the side. That is just exploding, and we have an exact situation swap of now TCG having the control of the outer points and Orange Logo committing to their big team fight in mid and wanting to get that opening kill, and Zan is the person that opens it up right now. Orange, however, don't want to look for the follow-up necessarily. They move out of the point a bit faster.
They did. They moved over towards Waterfall. Frostball ported his members over towards that point. Moved very quickly. If they can get the kill on Texby, he is really locked down on this corner. Although he's on the other side of the barrier, actually. So, you know, he was in a good position. Still held the node. Cuts coming out for Orange Logo. So just as TCG come back into this. Now, he's made a very wise move, which really pulled him out towards Levin. Texby can push back out now as he's regenerated, as well as Zan. So they've got tank potential, as well as the offense coming out from Levin. Misha and Red Levin are tank. That's a Frostball is standing right inside the Shadow Refuge. That was a massive mistake. Why was he standing in the refuge when not focusing anything on it? Free kill from Misha. That was
Shadow Refuge should be kind of seen as also a red circle.
Oh.
Just don't they were waiting, preparing, nicely synced with the damage, and Frostball just down and out. Misha also in a bit of trouble, but good port onto the rock on the side. Oh, but Frey is there as well. Are we gonna see a clutch res? No, 2 people. We see damage, no interrupt on Tage. He has the block ability up. Oh, but the stealth comes out. Misha not stomped yet. 3 people for the rest. Texby taking way too much damage. The poison's on, and they need to disengage from that commitment.
This is good, though. They got the kill on Misha. Gotta be careful. Sidrid, he does get knocked back, and Zan can follow up with nades. Oh, he's gonna go down to Condes. No way! Look at the support coming out from Tage. But they're not gonna be able to get it. They should get the 2-man res. Good. Easily able to get that in the end. Red 11 and Zan not able to put enough cleave down to stop the 2-man res there. Well, no way, you know, it's almost not impossible, but Big Zan's going to get the Venom proc on him as well. Syndrin is just face-tanking Zan at the moment, being very brave, trying to take him out here. Gets the additional stealth just afterwards and re-engaging. Syndrin here being very offensive. Needs to be careful here as Red 11 is coming around the corner as well. So he's actually going to go down here. Nice knockback comes out, of course, as we see the res coming out from Tage. He's going to be res. No! Oh, the cleave is good. He's so close to being res. Easy res now. Surely he's going to get back up. We're going to see Zan go back onto node. And now the fight's outnumbered as Frostball comes onto point. And the Shadow Refuge again. Don't stand in that. There you go. That's better. Oh, he's in a great sword fight.
If Levin is able to make it out of this, this is brilliant. Because while all of this was going on and Orange playing a brilliant team fight there with the +1s coming in afterwards, Levin actually manages to survive. Big Zan and Stealth on the same. They are re-stealthing up and looking for the next engage. And they don't even know it. Minishi is open for it. They're going to try and go for the... Although Minishi maybe knows it. Yeah, he's aware, but that's not going to help the updraft to save him last second. Already all the cooldowns are pulled. He's surviving longer than I would have imagined. Now Frostball is making the life difficult for 11. He
needs
still
to kill
gets the kill afterwards.
No, Frostball's gone. Oh no, he could have got Minishi up. Oh, again, no, Frostball.
It's just too much happening at the same time right now. We saw, I think, a clutch res. We just saw a couple of downs over on mid. Mid is still capped, double cap for TCG right now. They get the kill on Texby in a 2v3, actually. And the pressure seems to be enough to keep him down. Vapor Form trying to go to the helping hands of Misha to maybe get a bit of a rest on that. But Frey with 100 blades is making it really difficult for him. Tage can't really assist that much. But Frey seems to be enough damage. Lipion also committing to that, and he's almost down, disengaged in last second, and now is on the run and needs to just give up on that mid cap. That's going to be the decap. Tage on it. Yeah. Recap is happening, but this is a good starting situation for Orange Logo. Texby down. Lipion is a good opening target as soon as he runs into Mini-Ishi.
He should push. Yeah, he needs maybe. I'm actually surprised, you know. I reckon Orange Logo before, maybe they would have just gone for the kill on Lipion actually, and Minishi would have pushed out, but they want to get the caps back now as well. I mean, this is great movement from Orange Logo. Good regroup, positive push over towards the waterfall now. They can really rally off that fight. They can get the kill on Lipion easily because he's running away from 3 or 4 members. Easily, the Mesmer can take him alone. Zan's going to have to dissipate from the fight. They can get the decap on the waterfall now, but look. Quarry, easy decap. Levin holds the games for TCG.
Yeah, and Texby's over on the waterfall, so he's gonna be able to hold that at least for a little bit.
Look at Zan and also Misha's repositioning. They can push over towards Quarry now. Outman, because Tage might stay mid. He needs to push the Quarry as well. He is going to good. Okay, and now they've not got as much out of this as I think they should have. Actually, to be honest. But I just think that's good movement from TCG.
Yeah, it definitely is. But now, escape from
Texby stays alive.
Maybe nice line of warding. They're 11 able to go through, though we see the poison on Minishi already. Oh no, that misses. The poison was blinded. We see Vapor Form into the base. Is Levin actually going to open the base just to kill him? Well, maybe also the benefiting factor of having the door open for later, because we are moving close. 300 points on the side. Oh, and he's actually through. He's gonna go for the damage. Tage didn't help him with the res at all, and now we see Misha coming in as well. That's gonna be enough damage. And Tage is in such a bad position right now. They could catch him out. The Moa comes out, burst damage. He's trying to run away. A bit of it is still blocked. Even Moa availability still stands. Tage is down. Syndrome also went over against Taxby on that waterfall, and that is TCG just back in control.
We've seen some mistakes coming out from oRNG Logo team members, and that one was a big one. That not going for the res.
I think that's almost it right now.
That full team wipe is massive. It does enable them to regroup fully, but that's 100 points they've got to get now. It's still doable. This is oRNG Logo.
We have the triple cap, and we already see the preparation. Sorry, I need to break the hype here. Oh, you say no, they broke the hype.
They did. Before you got the chance. There was a tiny chance. The only chance was going to be because it's oRNG Logo. But they haven't got wrong for the come on you boys chant. So how can they do that?
Come on, boys. Not today.
No one's
TCG
going to do it.
Picking up the second game as... I mean, they just wanted to go for the Lord Rush anyway. They were in a good position to defend that.
Yeah.
But committing to the defense after the respawn with 5 people to keep that Lord alive and maybe get a team wipe would still enable TCG to keep that triple cap for such a long time. And I don't think they would have been able to really get the defense if they didn't commit to it fully. But brilliant pickup there. Full-on team wipe. That's really something you don't see that often. And actually full-on team wipe spread across I think 3 different fights. Not on 3 points, but 3 different fights. One was off point.
And one of the biggest, there was just some errors, some things that happened where you just thought, a couple of little things, really, they were pinnacle moments, which really controlled the rest of the game. And, especially like Minishi going through, he was in the perfect position to get res. Like, Tage wasn't able to get any advantage from that situation. He needed to push back through to res.
Tage, I mean, there's a reason behind it, that he did not go for the res. Right there, because we did almost have the down of Zan on the quarry, and he wanted to pick that up, maybe still get a lucky rally on Minishi, but sadly Zan clutched that one. That means Tage was out of position. Tage was out of position to get the res afterwards. We saw a good rotation from Misha coming in, and then that's just burst you can't res up against. And I mean, simply the choice. You have to kind of be Red Levin committing to opening the door, completely bringing down the gate from 100% to get the follow-up kill. I mean, that's a read on the situation that you first.
The thing is, if Tage, I mean, that's a difficult decision, isn't it? Because if Tage had gone through, that Red Levin wouldn't have gone for the door. He would have just left. He would have gone to quarry. They would have got the kill there. So it's who do we get the kill on? Who do we let die?
Yeah.
Because, and unfortunately, in that case, was it the best decision? I think, either way, I don't think Tage was going to win in that decision, to be honest, to be fair. I mean, I say it's a mistake, but I think really TCG pushed that point. They pushed it both games very well. I mean, their movement across the map was awesome. Their team fighting was good. Their skirmishing was good. oRNG Logos was as well. We saw that fight over on the waterfall where Frostball was standing in that shadow refuge. And, there was, I was just waiting for him to die. Everyone was. The 1,000 people that were in chat definitely knew what was going to happen. Yeah. But I think we should go.
I am indeed melting. I just saw it in chat.
Yeah.
It is, let's have a look. Oh, it actually got a bit cooler. It's now 30.8 degrees in here. Still a bit warm for a cast, but I'm very glad we did it anyways, because that was a brilliant match to watch there in the finals. Congratulations to TCG. And just to point it out, right after this, well, not right after this, it's still a few hours left, but at 10 p.m. CEST, you can, on this channel, so just stay right here, just keep the tab open, can watch the NA equivalent of that in the Go4GW2 NA Cup. But for us, I'd say that's it. We try to somehow get something a bit cooler. Oh no, I don't have eyes. Damn. That's disappointing. Well, anyways, enough nonsense. See you next time.
See you soon.
Yeah.